I never do. Just kidding.
I got this one for you, Eric. Where'd it go? Hold on.
I'll fuck with this. Saxman beats while I roll us a joint.
I definitely have that picture of the little dog like dancing, and I'm just like, that's so funny.
I picture the dude humping the air with the saxophone. This is the original
that's
player.
The original
yeah,
one, right?
That's what I picture. Yeah, young two-footed me seeing the Eurovision contest, and I'm like, that is everything right there. I need to learn this fucking lick on the sax.
I love it.
Yeah, back in the days, man.
Oh,
talk about ASMR.
I know.
Jesus. It was great.
Quick, michelada ASMR.
Vanilla cock. Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it. First, it's nice to have you officially on pod.
I know, right?
It's long anticipated. Long talked about.
A long time no see here.
It's been a long time coming and the clock says 3:45. I don't know what song that is, but I know that line. That's it.
Oh, wow.
That's the only line I know. That's it.
That was pretty on point.
Thanks. I try.
But yeah,
Let's talk
quick
about
quick run back.
Little run back. We was talking about some sayings, and somehow we ended up on the topic of SAs and the Hispanic community and how it's surprisingly popular amongst the Hispanic community. But then again, also I was gonna throw in because the other person that I know who was familiar was Asian. Yeah.
It's at least from the stories that I hear, like amongst my friends and stuff, it's very common in the Hispanic community, Hispanic households.
The
Uncles, sometimes could be an older cousin.
Or cousin. The rare one is the dad.
Very rarely it's, a father that I've seen so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was also gonna say is that I guess I'm also very blessed, and I'm very surprised that I really don't know what that is like, and how traumatizing that could be for a lot of women.
Same. I can't speak from firsthand experience, but like you, I have had conversations, have friends that have experienced it, and I can tell you it fucked them up pretty good. It took them a while to just be okay with themselves and understand what had actually been done and taken from them at such a young age. Most of them had barely come to terms and like made peace with themselves in their early 20s.
Yeah.
And that's pretty crazy to think.
It's very crazy, I'm not going to say any names, but one of my girlfriends, no, yeah.
I just love how you had to throw the line. I'm not going to say names, just so you know. You didn't have to just be like, yeah, one of the people I know.
Just homegirl, She, I guess, confided in me, of course, obviously, telling me that, thank you very much. That
we have lighters all around, by the way.
Okay, cool. Her abuser was an uncle, and he was an alcoholic. Very deep into it, to where he would find himself in trouble with the law a lot, and there's times where I guess he would get even arrested for like public intoxication. Like, this guy was really bad. And he would get intoxicated and randomly show up to her house.
Oh.
And,
have some fun, pretty much.
Not necessarily for that, but he was just always overbearing, and I guess for whatever reason he felt safe there. So he would automatically just go to her house and be there. But it would be kind of like a burden. And knowing the history, that everything that has happened, she just was never, you know, comfortable around him, no matter with or without family. But eventually, this man got really sick, and he died. And she was, you know, upset about the whole thing. She was like crying, you know, about the whole thing. And she was like, I honestly don't even know what I'm crying about, considering that how I've had this long history with this man, and it's not a good one. And she's like, I can't tell if I'm crying because I'm mourning a family member or if I'm mourning myself and what I've been through with this person. And I felt that like on a very deeper level, because it's like, okay, like
It's very deep.
what does that mean? Like, what do you mean you're mourning yourself? And she basically was just saying like, I'm mourning the innocence that was tainted when I was a little girl, and how I never understood exactly what was going on, but I just had to be quiet and I couldn't say anything. And it was just like crazy, because it's like, damn, dude, like I said, like, I'm very blessed. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. I've never in my life felt uncomfortable around like my cousins or my uncles. Like, even as I started getting older and, you know, I started going through puberty and stuff like that, like, not once have I ever felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dang, like, it makes me really think about how everyone is raised so differently.
Yep. Even people that lived in the same house
Yeah.
had a different experience. I could go personal example. So when my little sister was born, my mom brought her to me, and she was like, "This is your little sister. Your job is to protect her and make sure she's safe at all times. That's your job as her older brother. Look over her, make sure she's okay." And I was like, "Understood. Aye, aye." My older brother did not have that conversation with my mom. I don't know why, but for that reason, him and my little sister didn't have like the closest of relationships. But me and my little sister are very, very close because I was always looking after her. I was always there. I would take care of her. And I mean, we had the same parents, lived in the same house.
Yeah.
There is a bigger age gap. So like my brother and my little sister are 12 years apart, and then I'm 7 years from my little sister. So there is a
Okay.
bigger age gap, sure, but like you could still be there.
For sure.
So yeah, I totally get how your surroundings can dictate things, and how one person telling you something can kind of mold the rest of your future. The mourning her own innocence is I think that's it's common throughout, because one of the friends that I spoke to, she said that one thing that really helped her is she did a lot of shrooms. She had a very psychedelic experience, and she called it a bad trip. I personally don't think there's bad trips. I think some of them can be scary, but it's up to you to pull out the information that it's trying to give to you, right? Yeah, it can be fucking scary because your brain is showing you shit you don't want to see. But in her experience, she saw herself as a small child, and she told, like, the kid, as a kid, she told herself, like, I was killed years ago. And I was like, that's fucking nuts. So that was her experience of like the death of her innocence, and after that she kind of had to figure out how to move past that.
Move past it, yeah. Yeah, I've had this conversation numerous times with, you know, a lot of my girlfriends, and you know,
I have too, unfortunately. It's wild. I never asked. It just kind of comes up.
it kind of just comes up.
It's surprising how common it is.
And I think that's, you know, a good thing. Like, I always want my friends to feel like, you know, they can
Confide in you.
confide in me. I'm a safe space. I'm open ears. Nothing that you tell me is ever gonna leave my mouth again. But yeah, like I've had that conversation numerous times with all kinds of my girlfriends, and one main thing that I've always had to remind them is like, this does not define you. This doesn't define who you are. A lot of my girlfriends have kids, so like, it doesn't define you as a parent.
Yep.
The one thing that you have to remind yourself is, that you're bigger than that. You're stronger than that. You can move forward. You can't let this terrible feeling always, dictate your life.
Mm-hmm.
Push you into self-sabotaging, whether
Yeah.
it be drugs, alcohol, whatever.
Mm-hmm. God forbid you're already a self-sabotaging person.
Yeah.
Then the fight is even more
harder.
difficult. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the saying. Damn, just fucking slipped from you. But you had basically said it. ASMR portion of the Eric Daniel podcast. Also, I do need you to just be a little closer to the mic, in general. But you were saying just before, if you can spark my memory for me. It's okay. It'll come back.
It'll come back.
It was basically on the same term.
Yeah.
It was basically on the same line. I had onion stuck in my teeth.
That's nice.
That's annoying.
That's nice.
So annoying. So annoying. Yeah, I've much like you. Thankfully, I didn't experience anything like that. I went the route of being absorbed by sports, and thankfully I didn't run into any creeps in sports.
Yeah.
So it just could have been one creepy coach,
Yeah.
and it's GG's, Especially, like, so, for me, I was so absorbed into a sport, and I was looking for somebody to guide me into a direction, because at home I had no guidance. My parents were focusing on my little sister and my older brother, so the only thing that I really had was like, okay, I know I want to be a professional soccer player, so I was like, let me practice every day because that's all I know. Now, if you get a kid like that and you're a fucked up person, you can easily take that and manipulate into whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that is just eager to please and is looking for somebody to show them the way.
Impressionable.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, yeah. Impressionable people are very easily manipulated.
Yeah. Now, if you are an impressionable person and you don't realize that you are, that's where things get a little squirrely.
For sure.
I guess that's why they say, what's the first step? Acknowledgement, right? That kind of goes for everything, though, because I know I have an addictive personality, but knowing that I have an addictive personality also helps me regulate myself on certain things. Where I can go, wow, I know I could like this fucking a lot. I should like put it way over there right now, and then I'll like maybe come and do it again later. That's how I gauge myself.
I feel that. I can be a very social person, but I do have a social battery.
I think everybody does.
Mine gets depleted fairly quick.
Would you consider yourself more of an introvert or an extrovert?
Definitely more extrovert, but I've noticed lately, at least now that I'm getting older, I'm liking more of being like inside at home and more to myself. Like I really don't mind like having a glass of wine on the couch while I watch my shows. Just chill. Before I used to, like, in my earlier 20s, I used to be, fuck yeah, like, what bar are we going to today? Like,
That's funny.
or are we just going to go to mid,
Yeah.
But now that I'm getting older, I definitely am more focused on, like, what I want to do a little later down the line. And I've always said the same thing. that I want to travel a lot. I was talking to my coworker the other day, and he is going to Japan for the second time this year.
Nice.
And he stays out there for quite some time. I think he said he's staying out there for like 2.5 weeks.
Makes sense. The exchange rate is pretty cheap right now.
Yeah.
Pretty low, I should say, not cheap.
And I'm like, that is so freaking cool. And my other coworker just also got back from Japan.
Nice.
And she was like telling me all about like what she was doing out there, how the weather was. Like apparently it's really humid out there. It's hot.
Yep.
And yeah, like I want to be able to do that. That sounds like so much fun.
It does.
Like don't get me wrong, like it's cool going out here in Cali or here in the US, whatever.
But we live here.
We can
do that anytime.
We can do that any friggin' time.
We know this culture. You drive down the coast, you're gonna find a bar with fucking burgers and chili cheese fries.
And a nice view.
Nice view. For the most part, any beach cafe or bar, that's gonna be the menu. Chicken strips and French fries. We know the culture. Right?
I feel that.
So, like, I get it. So, I'm the same way. Okay. Now, my friends give me shit because they're like, dude, why don't you just date a Latina chick and fucking get it over with? You've been single for so long and you want to be in a relationship. Just find yourself a nice Hispanic chick and, like, that'll solve your problem. And I go, like...
Hispanic women aren't nice, you know that.
No women are nice. Okay? None of them are nice.
I mean...
They're all mean. They're all crazy.
The religious people are pretty nice.
Yeah, but you have to, like, really try and find, like, the real religious ones.
True.
Not the ones that are, like, full of demons that are trying to help themselves with religion but not actually helping themselves.
I feel that.
So, it's not so cut and dry and black and white, unfortunately. But, my answer to, like, why won't I go with Hispanic is, one, I've dated a Hispanic chick already. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I love our culture, and I love the women in our culture. I think the women are beautiful. However, I really appreciate other cultures, and I am my culture. I have family that is my culture. So if I want to indulge, I could just visit family. You know? I think there's something very cool and special about merging cultures in your life, especially if you like a certain culture. For me, I like a lot of the Asian cultures. I think it's very cool, very fascinating. So I've always been interested in it. I always found their women attractive. So, like, for me, that would be an ideal partner because I get a shared culture. I get to learn. I get to expand my world.
Your horizons, yeah.
Exactly. So, like, that's, you know, that's my reasoning for that.
I feel that. Yeah. I'm really thinking about that.
It's an unpopular opinion. I get a lot of shit for it.
It's a very unpopular opinion.
I get a lot of shit for it. Because I've also gotten like, wow, you don't want to keep your lineage like pure, you're full Mexican. Why don't you find another chick that's like full Mexican? You can have full Mexican kids. Like, yes, I could, but also when I think about my kids, I think about D1 athletes. So I also keep that in mind.
Funny.
Like, I'm very specific.
You're so funny.
I told you this too. I
Yeah,
told
you
you this
did.
the other
You
day.
did. You
I was
did.
like, I aim for 5'6" and up because I'm not trying to stunt my kids. I'm already 5'8". So I can't get a chick with short genetics because then my kid's going to be short too. That's not fair to them. I'm trying to have D1 athlete babies.
You're funny.
If it makes you feel any better, apparently there's new stuff coming out that
CRISPR?
the elite actually pay about $100,000 to $200,000 to dose their children with human-secreted human growth hormone. That increases their height about 5 to 7 inches over 5 to 6 years.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cheating, bro.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
That's insane.
That's cheating. That's like buying a buff on a video game.
I mean,
that's whack. That's whack.
I can totally see that. Because, like, there
I see it
is
too.
a lot of
There's
different...
leg stretching. Have you seen that?
Well, there's that. And then there's also where people kind of, like, let their bodies hang.
Yes.
So, like, the spine can, like...
And just, like, gravity stretch them out.
Traction, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah, spinal traction is just there's There's another term for it that you put in front that's meant to just meant to slow. Because you can also do other forms of spinal traction, which I've done. Excuse me. Where you get your heads pulled and it fucking cracks your spine real good. Love that shit. It's nice. Me and my brother do it to each other.
Nice.
Yeah. Very, very medical.
I feel that. Quick follow-up to what you were saying not that long ago. I don't think, and I really was thinking about this entire time, I don't think I would date outside of my culture. Just because, like, I have already, I guess in a sense, like, I've already kind of know what to expect with Hispanic men.
Yeah.
So,
It's
for
also
me,
very fair.
you know, like, I don't want to sound like an ass.
No, hold on, but that's a double-sided knife, because
It is,
although it's fair,
is.
it's also very unfair, because you know what to air quotes expect. There's a certain character that or a certain image that you're putting on them because they come from this culture. They're supposed to have been taught this from their parents. So you're expecting him to carry himself a certain way with you already.
I have an expectation because, like, it's what all I've ever dated. And I know what to expect with those type of men because I know the type of men that I attract. And like I said, I know how they are and I know how they could be. So that's just, I guess, my way of finding like an easy, I guess, and not an easy way out. This sounds terrible. Like,
It's okay. We're trying to air it out together.
Like,
because
this sounds so bad.
I'm looking back on what I said, and it basically sounds like I wouldn't date anyone in my culture. And
Yeah.
I want an Asian girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's it. And even though that's for the most part true, I would date other women that aren't Asian.
Also, I will
just,
say this,
if
and I
you're cool,
know
you're
this is
cool.
going to sound very fucked up. But white weddings sound boring.
I went to a white Mexican wedding and I had fun, but that doesn't count because it's only half. So I don't know. I've never been to a like straight white wedding.
It's like,
I don't know. Can't tell
it's
you.
like whatever.
I do like white chicks though. Yeah, I like the country ones. Yum. If you ride a horse, you could ride me.
You're freaking hilarious. But yeah, I don't
Afraid
know.
to tell you, Eric. They might take you out back and shoot you.
They might.
They might.
They might. Yeah.
But
They
yeah,
Or they can make me the ranch hand. I'd be happy with that. I'll be that gladly. Anyways.
I want to be like a nice little like ranchero.
That would be very fitting for you. I could see it.
And he has to know how to dance for sure.
I could see it for sure. Yeah, his blue jeans. He's got a big old buckle. There's boots. He's got a button up and it's tucked in, but his belly is round, so it's just a little tight.
I've
And
dated
he got a
like
big ass mustache and a fucking hat.
I've dated like the fake paisas.
It's gonna be wild.
I've
You're
dated
gonna be
like the
this
real
is my new boyfriend
paisas.
one day, and I'm be like, that's who I fucking saw. It's just wild. I feel it right now. Anyways,
But yeah, a nice little ranchero.
like has the
Catholic?
horns on the front of his car. Type of
No,
ranchero?
no.
Not
But
that one?
like he's
Damn.
definitely
All right,
like
I
the
was off
type
then,
to
my
have
bad.
like a mamalona or something. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right. Yeah, for sure. Oh, fucking Mamalona is so funny. It's so funny.
I need you
For
guys
those
to
that don't
explain
know,
that for me. Yes, please.
This is exactly what I was about to do. Don't worry, buddy. For those that don't know, and the host, the Mamalona is a Ford F-150. The Mexican culture refers to them as Mamalonas. Why? Have no fucking clue. But
It's
yeah.
just like a truck that
So
they really.
Kiowa.
It's just like a truck that they
No,
really
no,
like.
Almost.
if
It's
you're
just like
going
a truck
off
that
of
they really like.
then yes,
And it's
Kiowa.
like
Kiowa, and then that would also be me too, but I call mine Le Bleu.
it could be like either like a really junky like F-150 or it could be like one of like the even nicer ones,
The
like
Chevys.
the Chevys and
The
stuff.
Chevys.
Yeah,
The champagne Chevy. That's classic beaner right there.
yeah.
Classic. My dad has a champagne Dodge. Hell yeah.
Hell
I learned
yeah.
to drive in that shit. I love Dodge. It's the first car I ever drove was a 1999 Dodge Ram, and I was like 6 years old. I was sitting on my dad's lap down the street.
Is that the one that has like a back cabin too? Or no,
It's literally my truck, but white.
but white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was my dad's truck back in the day. And so my dad let me steer, and he was doing the brake and gas.
It was
I
like
was
one
like
of
6.
the newer Rams. I forgot why we were driving it. It was my friend's baby daddy's father's car that he let her borrow for, like, I think she had to go pick up her son or something like that, and we were driving that shit all the way to Palmdale, and it's a big fucking truck.
Yeah.
It's like a big Dodge Ram, and it was like one of the newer ones.
They
This
feel
man
like
is
boats.
we were we were definitely driving a boat, and that thing like had some power to it. It had like some serious torque, so
Oh yeah.
we kind of fishtailed in that thing too. It was like a little scary,
That's
but
funny.
we were like more terrified of crashing the thing because
That's funny.
that thing like was huge. I had a low key hop to get in that shit.
Yeah, they make them all tall.
Yeah.
Now
Was
they
that
make them
trip?
all tall.
Was that a boats and hose trip?
Boats and hose
Boats
trip.
and hose
It really was.
That's funny. That is funny.
But yeah, I'm glad all these mosquitoes went back to hell.
Oh my god.
And the spiders. The spiders were getting disgusting.
I didn't really see that many spiders. So,
It must
but
be nice.
Skeeters, the one good thing about having only one foot
Oh,
is
and
one less
you
ankle.
live in Long Beach too.
I do. But thankfully, I'm on the 3rd floor, so it's not too bad.
Oh, I
but
see.
somebody fucking around me has just like a bucket of water out on their balcony or some bullshit because there's mosquitoes. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Annoying. But besides that, not bad.
Yeah, it was a big issue for me because of the pool. It was out of order for a cool minute, and now
shit, I didn't think about that at all. That's been Sebastian for a minute.
So that was like low-key making me want to pull my hair out because I got a notice from the city. They came to inspect my pool, inspect my property, see if I had standing water. I did.
That was the pool.
And they gave me a notice that I had basically like a week to fix it. And if I didn't have it fixed, that unfortunately I would get a fine. It was like $1,000. And I was like, oh my god, I like low key.
You know what sucks? It can be like $1,000 to have that shit taken care of too. No.
No, we paid. Well, luckily, we were low key really blessed because my neighbor knew somebody
Nice.
that does like that type of stuff, and oh, actually, so they came. They were gonna start doing it, but something happened and like they didn't end up doing it. So my mom was like looking up ads on like online and stuff. Found these other people, called them. They drained the pool in like one night. They bought like 3 pumps, drained the shit real quick, cleaned it, power washed it. And unfortunately, I realized that I have to replaster my pool because when they were power washing it, the plaster was coming off. And I was like, fuck. And they were like, okay, well, we did what we could. And they still actually have to come back and do an acid wash on my tile because my tile has a calcium built up all over it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they came, they fixed it. I low-key think I paid $600 to $700
Okay, that's not too bad.
because they
Better than
came,
$1,000.
and then, well, I mean, that didn't include the water bill because I had to refill that shit up.
That's true. I didn't think about
And that took like roughly like 2 days.
Jesus. That's a lot of water.
It's a lot of water.
Do you know how many gallons?
I do, and I fucking forgot.
How deep is the pool?
The deep end is 12 feet.
Oh, it's about as deep as mine, so probably around 30,000 gallons.
Yeah, it's like a lot.
God damn.
It's ridiculous.
I'm guessing you have one of the older
50s.
Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What year?
I think it's a 58 is when it was built,
Nice.
or 56.
Mine is
But I'm in a different city.
actually, I'm lying. I think mine was even in the 40s.
Jeez. Yeah, ours is 13 feet deep at the
Hell
deepest
yeah.
point in where the drain is.
Sick.
Hell yeah. Yeah. They don't make pools like that anymore.
Nah, safety hazards.
Safety hazards and I forgot what else it was. But anyway,
30,000 gallons is a lot of trips to the grocery store.
yeah, dude. It was a very nice bill.
Fuck.
I don't remember how much it was. I just like didn't even want to look at it. I was
I
like,
guess the good
just,
thing is you do it once, right?
yeah.
Or at least that's the hope.
That's the point. But got it cleaned, poured back all the salt back in, all the chemicals.
You put salt in the pool?
It's salt water.
What? You have a saltwater pool?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Wait a second. I didn't know that was a thing. Tell me more. I'm sorry to put a pause in this story. I need to know about saltwater pools. Hold the fuck on. Wait a second. I thought it was only like
They're actually better
It's
for
better.
heating because
Yeah.
it's technically denser than chlorinated water because there's salt in it, so it holds
Yeah.
the heat better.
Not just that, it's better for your skin. And maintenance wise, it's a lot cheaper.
interesting. Do you have to do anything different other than put salt in it? Like, do you need a different filtration system, anything like that? Nothing?
Oh, speaking of filtration, I'm fucking amazed at these new pumps that they've been pumping out. I don't know if you have a smart pump. Do you have a smart pump? No? You have the older ones?
Our wiring isn't even set up to do smart anything.
Oh, what?
Our house has like 6 or 7 illegal additions, including the lighting by the pool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, damn.
Love it.
Like our plumbing is so bad. I don't even know how it works. Everything leaks.
Oh,
like the
no.
roofs from the outside awnings. It's horrible. Yeah.
Oh, god.
Sick.
That's so bad. But,
Old houses.
yeah, I love these new smart pumps because there's different settings for when you can have the pump on. So there's different times for when the pump will work harder. Usually it tends to work harder during the day versus at night.
Interesting.
And, it has 3 different settings. So, where it works really fast and there's another one where it works more slower.
Mm-hmm.
But it saves me a lot of money on my light because it's not constantly running all the time on one setting. And that's what a lot of older pools have is like the older pumps that just have one basic
setting, and that's how it runs.
and that's just how it runs day and night. And then that's why people always complain like, oh, it's so expensive to have a pool because they're paying so much for their electricity.
I see.
But now that they're coming out with these newer smart pumps, I can adjust the settings from my phone.
Sick.
And I can have it work harder now or maybe later tonight or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And it has saved me roughly like $100 to $150 on my light bill.
Nice. Does your pool have like LED lights in it too? Or no?
Mm-mm.
Shit, when you replaster it, you should do something like that too. Throw some lights in there.
When I replaster it, I'm low-key thinking about changing the tile, but I don't think I'm going to change it because my dad did it. So I was
Gotcha.
like, no, I think I'm going to just leave it. But I just need to
That's
do
nice.
a good acid wash on it because there's a bunch of calcium
restore
buildup.
it.
Yeah. I need to
That's
do
cool.
that, replaster the bitch, fill it back up again. And then from then
Another
on,
30,000 gallons.
Jesus, dude.
That's wild.
That I know that bill put a dent in my bank account. But that, and then eventually I'm going to start working on the backyard. Now that we finally took care of like the major expenses that we took care of, that my fucking fridge went out that
Nice.
same week that I got the inspection.
Nice.
So everything like in the fridge, it was like just frozen. And it sucked.
Damn, it went out in the sense of it just started going as cold as it could.
As cold as it could.
Fuck. You
And-
know, I've never thought about that either. Because usually people are like, damn, it went out. Everything rotted.
Yeah, no, it just was
Froze
frozen.
everything. I guess that's not the worst thing. Because like, you could thaw it, right? Can you ruin anything by freezing it?
Not really, but it's a hassle to make
Yeah, it's
dinner
annoying.
and all that
Yeah, when
stuff.
everything is frozen.
And like, yeah, it was just always so
It's a
irritating.
literal frozen dinner, you know?
Like, even the vegetables would freeze. Like, it was so annoying. It was so annoying. Trying to defrost a rock hard jalapeno, dude. Like, that's literally what it would sound like. It's just a hard, like, bake.
Probably use them as darts.
Funny. That's so funny, fucking.
It was so annoying. And we had to go a solid, like, 2 to 2.5 weeks until we got a fridge delivered. And we got...
Fridge?
I think so. I don't fucking know. But it is an expensive... It's like a nicer fridge. It's a Whirlpool.
Nice. Whirlpool's fucking nice.
And I think
My mom likes Whirlpool.
I don't remember how much I gave my mom. I think I gave her like $600-$700. And I was like, go see if you can find something like quick, because we need to get back to normal.
Yeah.
This woman went and bought a $2,500 fridge. But
It's probably a smart fridge.
she got it for a good deal. I think she got it for
Nice.
like $1,600.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So
Run it.
we had to go like a cool like 2.5 weeks until we got it delivered, and then finally everything kind of seems like it's slowing down a little bit. We
Chilling
can
out.
chill out. I want a gazebo,
Nice.
so I'm gonna hopefully work on the backyard.
That's so
maybe
white.
during...
We had a gazebo. I don't know if it's white. I don't know if that's white.
I want
nice.
my backyard to look nice, so I want a
Yeah.
fucking nice ass
You
gazebo.
also spend a lot of time out in the backyard.
I do.
Yeah.
And I had someone come and look at the shed in the back, because I didn't know if I had to demolish the whole thing or if my foundation is still like good enough. I just maybe have to tear off the wood and replace it. And I had someone come look at it for me, and sure enough, they were like, yeah, like, you just have to replace the wood and you'll be solid, and if you want, I can come and replace this to make it more sturdy, whatever. And I was like, cool, like, that's another project I can work on, and I'm gonna turn it into a bar.
That's dope.
I'm
That's
gonna have like a spot for the pump, because that's where the pump is at. And I'm gonna change the other side and change it into like a little bar.
Yeah, that's cool.
My coworker was showing me his. It took him like 3 months to make. And it's so freaking cool. He has like Jameson little dispenser, Jack Daniels tequila, and I forgot what the other one was, but he has like the little dispensers in the wall, and
That's cool.
you literally just get a little shot glass and you just
That's
pour it
cool.
into your little
That's dope.
into your thing. And oh my god, it looks so freaking nice. And I'm like, dude, I'm jealous. I want that so bad. And yeah, my mom was like, hell yeah, we're gonna turn it into a bar.
Would you put a beer tap?
That's what I want, a beer tap.
Fuck yeah. Cool.
I want a beer tap, and then I want a little dispenser for, of course, tequila and mezcal maybe.
Nice.
But yeah, that's like my projects that I'm gonna have for the next maybe year or two.
If you want like legit bar equipment, let Eric know and I can see if we can find it, because my dad and I were plumbers.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you.
He's done many a job.
Get one of those
Many a
crazy
job, this guy.
multi-soda machine like nozzles. I love those things.
Dude, hell yeah.
That'd be sick.
That'd be so sick.
That would
But
legit,
honestly, like that would be perfect for the backyard, because
Yeah.
I have the pool.
yeah.
I do have a decent like little grass patch.
You know, I was thinking, I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen her backyard. And the one
Yes,
time
you have.
the one time I was supposed to see your backyard, the brick fell down and I almost broke my leg. Yeah. And then we didn't see your backyard. We were in the living room cleaning my leg.
Was it the left leg?
No, it was my right leg.
Oh, okay.
Nope, it
Not
was my right.
foreshadowing? Okay.
Nope, not foreshadowing at all. It's just a consistent reminder every day. I look down and I'm like, what's that scar? Oh, that's right. I tried to climb Liz's wall and it broke. And almost broke my leg.
Dude,
She went,
seriously
she went,
almost
don't climb that wall. And I was like, nah, it's fine. I could
It's
climb the
okay.
wall. Yeah, I was like, it'll be all right. Did not think the wall was going to break. Not at all. I thought
I
you were
did
thinking,
not
like,
either.
like, she was like, don't climb the wall. And I was like, it's not like I'm going to get stuck or not be able to do it. I can do it. So I jumped, pulled, and it just came tumbling down.
It's a cinder block, mind you.
Fucking like
The wall said.
1.5 by what, 6? Yeah, man. It came down. I caught the whole thing on my shin. It scraped my knee, and then after that, from like mid shin where I lost my other foot down, I have these big old fucking gouges out. It was gnarly.
He was just gashing blood.
Yup. Everywhere. And she's like, oh my god, dude, what the fuck? Oh shit, what do I do? And I was like, can you just like get me something to clean myself?
At least you're not one of those
okay,
people that
fuck.
passes out when you see blood.
Nah.
He definitely took like a good piece of skin off. Like
Yeah.
it was like white.
When
Like-
we cleaned it, it was white. For
it
sure.
was
It looked
white.
She was like, "Oh my god, Eric!" That was like the only thing she was saying. She's
I
like,
could
"Oh my
not say
God."
anything else. I was just saying, "Oh my god, that is hilarious."
She freaks out if I take my foot off around her. She doesn't like it.
Please don't.
Yeah.
I will walk home.
She legit turns. She like turns around. She's like, "No."
Why are you just like flexing on Eric like that? You're just gonna walk home.
Yeah. Fucking dick, dude.
It's fucked up.
Oh, I think
It's okay. I have plates and pins on one side.
True. She, like me, has almost done a die.
I have almost done a die for sure.
Yeah.
Very early on.
Her tummy
Almost
got
like
to get filled up with blood.
almost like right out of high school almost.
For real?
I was 20. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was like,
I was 20.
yeah, I thought so. 20. Because I was going to go like 8 years. It's 20, right?
It's been a minute.
I'm newly almost dead.
My
Not so newly anymore, but
my anniversary is on the 19th of February.
sick. Was that your late Valentine's Day present to yourself?
Mm-hmm. What's so funny is that my boyfriend at that time, he bought me like chocolate covered strawberries.
Uh-huh.
And this is so fucked up, but I didn't even eat them. I
Okay.
just had them in my fridge. And like, I don't know why, I was just saving them. But then I got into my accident and then I was in the hospital for like another like 2 fucking weeks. So I came back to rotten strawberries.
Damn, son. That's pretty wild.
I was like really sad about it. And I was like, but wait, my dumbass didn't even eat them at first. So I'm like, why am I bummed out?
Just coming back and they're being rotten and stuff. That's just
sad.
yeah, it's just never fun. you know?
Never.
Dude, you ever go to make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and you look at the bread and you're like, yes, there's still bread. And you pull the piece out and the backside just mold.
No,
That's a sad fucking time.
That is very sad.
That's a sad time.
Actually, never mind. I probably wasn't making a PB&J. I have a problem with Nutella.
Ooh, hell yeah.
So I would
Tell me about it.
get my little slices of bread, and I have a little toaster oven. So I'm crisping up my little toast. And then when I pull it out, I'm over here wondering, like, why does it smell weird? And then I look at the bread, and then I see, like, on the corner, like, there's still mold on there. And I was, like, so sad. I was like, dude.
Yeah, you're smelling burnt mold.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah. Then I had to sanitize that thing.
We had an issue with little pantry moths a while back that would
Nice.
crawl into
had-
like our grains and like cereals and stuff. And they would eat their way through it and then wind up these little like silk cocoons
Oh, no.
and then turn into moths and start flying
And flying,
around.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, so one time I remember one night I had like a big cup of hot cocoa. It was great. Fantastic. The next day I go to make it, and as I'm scooping it out, I'm like, what the it's like all clumpy and weird. So I start like scooping more out.
Oh, no.
And it's just full of silk streams, and I'm just like, I think I might have drank some pupating moths last night.
dude.
I threw it away and
That's
I
gross.
never thought about it. I just
Gross.
refused to think about it more than I already am.
Oh God.
That's gross. Feels bad.
I've experienced that before. I was like really young though, and I would go to my grandparents' house in Bakersfield for the summer,
Yeah.
and they had like a pantry full of snacks like for all the kids and stuff, and like I was really big on cereal and stuff, and like my
Cereal
biggest
choice, real quick.
Rice Krispies
It's a good one. Okay.
and Cocoa Krispies too.
Yeah. Okay.
But I remember like opening the bag and something told me to look at the cereal before I poured the milk, and I looked and sure enough there was like all the little moths in there. Some had like died or whatever, but I was like damn, like I was so bummed out. I was like, now we gotta go to the store. The store is like fucking forever away because
Hour
in
and a half.
fucking-
You're not close to shit.
Bakersfield there's like nothing out there, dude.
Fuck no.
There's nothing out there.
Mm-mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I always had a good time for my summers out there because I would always like ride bikes and stuff.
Yeah, there's endless possibilities when there's nothing around you to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
You gotta entertain
You go
yourself.
exploring.
You gotta entertain yourself somehow.
Yeah.
Bakerfield's like Fontana. It's just old people and tweakers.
Exactly. Old people and tweakers because there
like
literally
That's a good way to put it.
is nothing but meth heads out there.
Nice. Yeah.
And like you said, older retired people because the
Just trying
houses
to live
are
their life.
houses are like dirt cheap and they're ginormous.
That makes sense. Just go chill at home all day.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds nice. Yeah, I never experienced moths. Not like eating. I saw them in oatmeal. But the worst thing that I've done is I made myself some pesto pasta.
Mm-hmm.
And the next morning I woke up just shitting myself.
Oh.
I could not spend more than like 30 minutes to an hour away from the toilet.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck? What's going on at my work? It's still happening. I text my brother. I'm like, yo, like, dude, my stomach is fucked. He was like, dude, what'd you eat last night? And I was like, I made pesto pasta. And he texts me a picture of the fridge. And he goes, which one did you use? And I said, the left one. And he goes, ha, you ate 6-month expired pesto. And I was like, fuck. And I put like a cool 2 or 3 spoonfuls of that shit. It was so good. But god damn, were my insides not happy.
Not happen.
Not at all.
I remember that was the week you were extremely pale, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
That was also literally the day after I had smoked myself into a panic attack. This is back in my 2-footed days. Yeah, it was good times. Yeah, so it didn't help. I was like already a little skittish from my panic attack. I was like, I thought my heart was gonna stop. And then I just started shitting my guts out. So I was like, I'm definitely dying now. I'm dying for sure.
I've gotten food poisoning like a few times in my life, but what I highly do not recommend to ever get is salmonella.
Ooh.
I got that shit
The
twice.
salmon vanilla? You be eating raw chicken? What
I
you doing?
got that shit twice.
How the fuck you get salmonella?
Fucking seafood boils.
Oh, okay. I was like, were you eating cookie dough?
No.
You eating cookie dough?
No.
You eating raw ass?
Fucking seafood boils, dude. I can never do a seafood boil again. Like, I low-key judge people really hard when, like, they eat that shit around me. I'm just like, you guys are fucking disgusting.
Cochino.
Like, not gonna lie, I do see, like, some recipes online and people do, like, egg boils and stuff.
Egg boil?
Yeah. They'll hard boil eggs and then they'll make, like, their own, like, Cajun sauce, like, in the seafood boil.
Hold on. What do the hard-boiled eggs have to do with the seafood boil, though?
Because they'll do it just with hard-boiled eggs. No,
okay. No seafood
like,
in
no
there.
seafood in there.
Got it.
Mhm.
Okay.
I've been wanting to try something like that because it's like,
Interesting.
that does look kind of good.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I want to say it's Japan they like marinate the eggs in soy sauce or
And
something.
soy,
Yeah. So
soy
I'm pretty sure
marinated eggs, yeah.
yeah, you do. You could do the same thing with like
Little
bouillon,
Cajun.
Cajun, yeah. You know, down by the bayou,
You know?
yeah. Fucking gambit style, you know.
But yeah, that shit sucked.
Salmon
Do
vanilla.
not recommend
That's
that. That shit
wild.
sucked.
Lived on the toilet or what?
I was like nonstop throwing up.
Oh, that's worse.
But no. Like it would come in waves, like where I would
Mm-mm.
feel okay for like 5 at most 10 minutes, and then I'm like dry heaving over a fucking toilet because I have nothing else in my fucking stomach.
That fucking
And it's
sucks.
like, no, and then to top it off, it's like a terrible cramping feeling in your stomach that literally feels like someone is like squeezing the fuck out of your insides and they're like about to burst. It's it's like an agonizing cramping. Like it's so bad. And then like I would go back to getting like really hot and I'm like drenching in sweat.
Yeah.
I'd get really hot, I'd throw up, or I'd try to, and then I'd get those cramps, and then it would go away for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then it'd come back, and that's nonstop for like 6 to 8 hours.
Nah.
My stupid ass did not go to the emergency. I decided to stick it out both times.
Okay. Both times from seafood boil? Mm-hmm. The first time, did you know it was seafood boil, or you're like, fuck, I don't know where I got this shit from?
I was like, how, like,
I can't really pinpoint it.
I really couldn't pinpoint it because my friend had the same thing.
Mm.
So it's like, how did I get sick and he not get sick?
I see.
So I was like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, this can't be like an allergic reaction because I've had allergic reactions before and it does
this
not.
ain't it.
This is not it. So definitely, like, I got something that was a little bit worse than food poisoning. Like, that shit sucked so bad.
Got that salmon vanilla.
And never again. I will never try that shit again. If you ever see me trying that again,
I'm gonna do this.
like,
Just
dude.
watch. But it's about to be a show.
JK. JK, I'd be like, hey, you remember that one time that you told me you almost died because you ate the seafood boil and you got salmon vanilla?
I don't know why. It was probably because of the joint. But I've been thinking a lot about Din Tai Fung. Ever since we talked about it.
That's the, hold on. It's dumplings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ever since we talked about it the other day, because we wanted to get frostbites.
True.
I was
Facts.
like, dude,
Big facts.
I want to go to Din Tai Fung.
I don't think I've ever been.
You were telling me that.
Yeah.
That's a
I've
shame.
only ever been to one dumpling spot and it was really good. It was
Where?
in New York.
Oh,
Yeah. I know.
the York.
Bougie. That was the trip that I got to be a tour guide. It was fun.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I planned out a whole. That's probably actually, no, that's not true. I was gonna say that's probably where I got really good at planning itineraries, but that's not true at all. I was already good at planning itineraries. That's why I was asked to be tour guide for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I feel that.
Yeah, it was a present for my ex's sister because she always wanted to go to New York, but the family didn't want them to go without a guy because they felt it wasn't safe. So she
Okay.
asked me if I wanted to go.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the stick was I had to plan everything because she didn't want to. So she was like, "Here's the details," and I was like, "All right, sure.
Nice.
Like, why not?"
That's,
Believe me. Yeah.
that's a lot of fun.
It was dope. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. I got to see, I think, like 80% of the things that they wanted to see, I wanted to see. So I was like,
Hell
this
yeah.
works.
I know for sure there's a better like dim sum places that are 10 times better than Din Tai Fung. What happened?
I was going to say, probably for sure. I could just put a beacon up to my Asians and they would let me know.
There's probably way other better spots. I know that for sure because I've been to a few.
Ah.
But I really want frostbites too after.
Frostbite is so fire. And I'm sad that Cerritos is gone.
I'm
like,
sad.
it's one of those things where
What are frostbites?
Shh. It's one of those things where frostbites. Frostbites is it's they call it Italian shaved.
Italian shaved. It's a sorbet.
Yeah, they call it Italian shaved ice, but it's basically a sorbet, and then they have their cream, their vanilla cream. It's just really, really.
I can
creamy
rub that shit on my
cream.
tits and like have someone suck them off my tits.
Respectfully, I fuck with it.
I would have my boo thing do that for me.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
I would put it somewhere else, but I don't know if I could say it.
You totally can. It's fine. I was gonna say I would fuck a pint, so.
And put it in my ass.
You know, I thought you were gonna go for the front. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, you know, it's fine. Yeah, you good. That wasn't as bad as I thought, or it wasn't.
I like
actually
my salad being tossed.
Yeah, cool, nice. I don't toss salads.
You're no fun.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're not a
I don't
freak,
actually
are you?
know.
You're not a
That's-
freak.
I'm
a little freaky.
I'll leave that up to interpretation.
You're funny.
I don't think I ever fully understood or knew what the term tossing salad referred to.
Eating ass.
That's what it is. I ain't gonna lie to you. I always thought it was like playing with the balls for some reason. You like you toss them or some shit.
You know
like
what's
that.
funny? I think a lot of guys, I don't know, maybe it's the guys I've talked to about this. A lot of them don't like it when you mess with the balls too much. I don't know if I should talk about this.
I mean, you totally can. We had my buddy Kevin on here, and we were talking about the trans porn, so totally up to you. Yeah.
But yeah,
If you feel like it, you can.
I've heard that a lot of guys don't really like it when you like mess with the balls too much.
I think it's preferential for sure, because like I have friends that are like, I don't like when she sucks my balls, and I'm like, well, that sucks for you and her, I guess. That's like one less thing that she gets to do to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a masochist. See, my mama told me not to kiss and tell, but I also don't always listen to my mama. So, for me, it really depends on my partner. My internal wants. I could go very deep because I'm a very curious person. But I've had partners that were also like super vanilla. And so here's you're gonna really like this story. Mm-hmm. And this will give you an idea. We were out in Joshua Tree, and we had rented a place. I was taking pictures of her, because she was doing modeling, and she was like, "Yeah, I want to redo my portfolio, fucking whatever." And we were out there taking pictures, and then she was like, "Yeah, I like you as my director, or whatever. You're my director." And I was like, "Cool." It's like, this is hot. And she was like, "Since you're my director, I want you to fuck me however you want." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And she said,
"Sure?
"Yes, I want you to use me how you want to." And I
said,
said,
"Oh my god."
Say less. And when the deed was done, we was cuddling or whatever, and she starts going, and I was like, that's really funny. It's okay. They don't need to know. That was a nice little soundbite for us. I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyways, moving forth. So I hear her starting to like soft cry, and I was like, "Hey, what's wrong? Are you okay?" And she goes, I just felt like you were trying to beat me up." And I was like, I gave you like a 3.5 because I didn't even know if you was ready for a 5, and you thought I was trying to beat you up. I was like, damn, you ain't no fun. Missionary was her favorite because she felt closer to me. See now I sound like a dick. You know, it's fine. It happens. So, such is life. But yeah, so
No.
people have differences and preferences, and so for me, it's very dependent on the person I'm with, and it's also been a minute since I've like really been with somebody. I've hooked up, but I can't like. I'm not saying I don't count it as a body, but I don't count it as like I got deeply intimate with them because it was just like smashed and that was it. I can't say it was a lot slipperier because fucking with one foot is a lot different for sure.
You're
Your boy has not
hilarious.
figured out the traction yet. Dick game seems real weak. It's sad. It's sad. My performances ain't the same.
They're not the same.
They ain't the same. Your boy gotta
You
figure
gotta
it out.
build
Either
up
you-
your stamina a little bit.
Nah, stamina's fine. The feet is the problem. Feet are the problem.
You gotta figure out what goes where.
Is the left one slips out from under me. I think I gotta keep my shoes on. You know, I gotta take the pants, take the underwear off, put the shoes back on. This is the problem. You know. Yeah. That's why I say it's slipperier. You know, like I'm literally slipping out the cooch. Like left foot is coming out from under me, and I gotta catch myself real quick, and I pop out. You know. So
You're funny.
You need a fucking foot.
actually,
Yeah, literally.
fucking pop it off. It's like it's fucking time. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, I like being tossed around.
makes sense. You're tiny. Ragdoll.
Ragdolls me everywhere.
You know, I have found that most smaller chicks do like to be manhandled.
I love that shit.
See. Why is that?
He fucking like.
May I ask this? Why is it that you don't want to be objectified, though you'd like to be handled like an object? It's a long ass drink.
So preparing myself.
It was a drink of contemplation.
I really don't know. I
It
really
seems like
don't know.
It's across the board for women.
It is like
Don't objectify me,
I
but
think
also
there's a difference between being objectified by someone you don't know and
I was
allowing
about to
someone-
say that. Like, yeah, I
to
think
do
it's a
that.
little different if it's a stranger versus someone that
I think so.
I have been messing around with.
that makes sense.
Like,
There needs to be familiarity before you can give them trust. I understand that.
yeah,
It's like, I mean, I'm
for
the same
sure.
too.
and I really don't know. Like, I really don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, think about it like this, Eric. Are you just going to let anyone tickle your booty?
Well, obviously not. But I'm saying, like, when speaking to women, if you've met them, it's been a couple of days, and they're like, why'd you pick me? Why did you come up and talk to me? And you go, well, you were extremely attractive. Like, you were stunning. Oh, so it's just the looks. So you're objectifying me. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you weren't pretty, then I wouldn't have came to talk to you in the first place. So technically speaking, yes. So, like, that's contradictory, though, because you don't want to be objectified, yet you do at the same time. Because if you weren't beautiful, you would not be, air quotes, valued or approached by this person. So then, like, there's the battle there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, like, I don't know how to explain this. Definitely, I mean, of course it has a lot to do with, like, daddy issues and stuff like that. It's a lot
That is also a common thing that I have found in
it's
that
a
area,
lot
yes.
have to do with daddy issues, that's for sure. Because, like, it's a sense of, like, being wanted. Like, we want to feel wanted. We want to be desired and stuff like that. But we don't want to be always wanted for the wrong reasons. It's weird because a lot of the times we end up being wanted for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm. Or initially, that's why the want started.
Or why the want started. But, you know, I guess that would have to be my best answer. It really has a lot to do with, you know, upbringing and just how they were growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they want? Who was that missing piece
Yeah.
for them? And a lot of the times it has to do with missing fathers.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it kind of goes the same for males too, because on the flip side, most males look for females that remind them of their mother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they look for in a partner. Which, when you say it like that, it's kind of fucking creepy, right? Like, that's weird.
It's very creepy, but you know, I will kind of say this. A lot of dudes, even my friends, some of them, not all of them, a lot of them don't want a partner. They want a mother. Someone
Yes.
that's going to basically do
Take care of
everything,
them.
take care of them and do everything for them. That's very common in Hispanic community.
It's gross.
It's gross.
And I kind of have learned, you know, with all the guys that I've dated and have had serious relationships with, how much I want to break that so bad. That is something that's like been repeated throughout generations and generations in Hispanic communities and, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
A lot of culture.
mm-hmm. But I've noticed how toxic that can be. You know, we don't want gender roles, but we still want the man to take care of us.
Yeah.
You know?
You start to make things gray.
Yeah.
So,
But one thing I've learned and what I've kind of started to notice is like I definitely want to break that. What I would like in a partner, if we both have a job, we both have bills to pay, there is no way in hell that you should tell me that you don't want to do the dishes because you just, like, you think that's a woman job. We both pay bills. We both go to work. We both have stuff to take care of on a day-to-day basis. Even if I wasn't with you, you would probably still have to do this anyway.
mm-hmm.
What the fuck is the difference now that I'm in the same house as you?
It's not.
It's not.
The difference should be who cooked. I fuck with that one.
You're funny.
I fuck with that one. I do. Look, like, to me, I like reciprocity.
Definitely.
You know, so like if you cooked for me, hang out, put the show on. I'll watch from here. You start it. Fucking get comfortable. I'm gonna finish real quick and I'll be over.
Exactly.
It's only a couple dishes. It's like literally if it's just you and me, it's a couple of dishes. It's very quick.
It's very quick.
15
a lot
minutes,
of
guaranteed.
dudes, like I said, a lot of dudes I've dated, specifically blue collar men,
Yeah. Well, they come from that background.
they come from that type of background, and
They're also in their mind. They're like, I've been at work all.
I've been
fucking
at
day.
work for the last 12 to 15, 16 hours, and I low-key would kind of want, you know, a home-cooked meal. I want to see that my laundry's done. I want to see that the house is clean. I want to come it smelling clean. And I've done this repeated process with the guys that I've dated. And like I said, I'm starting to notice how toxic that can be. Because at the end of the day, with these same dudes that I was living with, I'm still paying fucking bills. I'm still taking us out to eat. I'm still buying you shit.
Yeah.
Like, not that I care about what I spend. Like, I'm doing it out of, you know, the love that I have for you. Like, I'm not doing it, you know, because of love. I'm doing it with love.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. It's just an improper pairing.
Yeah.
Because there's people that work well together. Like, there's people that all they want to do is be a stay-at-home mom.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
I don't fucking want to work. So, yeah, if you want to spend 15, 16 hours on the oil rig or fucking at the construction site, by all means, I will have food ready for you.
Mm-hmm.
They love that shit. Cool. But it's not for everyone.
It really isn't.
Just like working on the fucking oil rig and working a construction job isn't for fucking everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck no.
I totally agree with that. And, like, that's just, like, one of the struggles that I've had with some of the people that I've dated. But I've also noticed that I'm only going after these certain type of people. And I know that I have to, like I said, break that cycle. Start finding someone that I know that you
It's
know,
good for your soul.
that has already been doing it on their own.
Yeah.
You know,
That's also a really good sign of, somebody that would mesh well with you.
definitely. But I'm still for the streets.
Facts. Yeah,
I'm just
my
kidding. I'm
official hood correspondent.
I'm so kidding. I'm Delulu for someone right now.
Truth.
Or
You've been out the streets for a while.
Yeah. Our 1 year is in November.
That's crazy that you call it a 1 year.
Yeah. 1 year since like we've been doing this. Like this is like the longest I've ever been doing stupid shit like this. And it's kind of crazy to me because it's like, why am I so like loyal to someone that, oh God, I shouldn't talk about that.
I mean, totally up to you. You're not, it's up to you. Do what you want.
I'll end it with this, but like,
It's a good way
See,
to end
I'm
it. Why
Delulu
am I
as
loyal?
I really like, I don't know why. Like,
I can tell you why. You've told me plenty of times. It's a dick to bum. It's the simple answer. That's the simple answer. I have textual proof, so,
oh God. This is what digmatized means.
I see.
This is the definition of digmatized. Yeah.
That's cool.
I've had that once else in my life, and I was actually dating that person. I was like 20, 21.
Nice.
And I was like head over heels. That was like my first like serious heartbreak.
I think I know exactly which one this is, too.
Mm-hmm. That was the last time I had it. Then after that, I like didn't really care for anybody. I was just like on my own, just doing my own thing. And then I got into my last relationship. And then that shit was disappointing. Very, very disappointing.
Relationships can be.
And then I met this person. And
That is.
I'm not going to say his name, even though I already kind of did. But whatever. But I'm not going to repeat it.
I didn't catch it, so you're probably good.
But then I met him, and yeah, I think what makes it more weird is how much time we spent just talking. And we would literally just chill and smoke in this car, and we would just talk and talk and talk and talk. And
yeah, you're getting to know each other.
And it would be like 4 hours later, like, oh shit, like it's already like 2:00 in the morning, and he has to wake up in like 2-3 hours.
Shit.
He lives in Compton.
Shit.
And yeah, so it was him always like coming around, and it was a lot of that. It was a lot of like deep conversations, like, and sometimes we had like a bunch of like nothing conversations, just tangents, but we have like a lot of similarities in the way that we think, in the way like how we kind of go about certain things. And yeah, it's ultimately what really attracted me to him, how much we are alike. But we did also have like, the hard conversations, and we both laid out exactly what we wanted, and we've been like that since. And since I talked to him, the very first time I talked to him was in November, so that's why I call it a 1 year. I swear to God, I'm not that delusional. Maybe I am.
I just find it pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
But yeah, there's that. And even like going through all of this with him, even like the roller coasters with him too. Like, I've noticed that now that he's back in my life, that I kind of just want to keep him at a certain distance. I'll invite him when I feel like it. It's on my terms, not his. Because before,
That's
I would
good.
always like listen.
Yeah.
I
Just
would-
kind of fall to his word.
I would definitely always fall to his word.
Now you get to hold the power a little bit.
And now I hold the power more.
Good.
And I think he notices that too. So, That's cool.
Do you believe in soul ties? Or have you ever heard of soul ties?
Not really. What is that?
Soul ties, you can think about it similar to like the term soulmates, when you just like feel very connected to somebody. But
I've heard of like tons of stories like that, mostly in movies.
yeah, movies will often use it. Soul ties isn't specifically like, oh, I found my soulmate, but a soul tie is more so like you've shared so much time and energy with a person that your souls are connected in a way. Even when you're apart, you'll think of them, or things will remind you of them. So that's why they say that being friends with somebody before getting into relationships, which is really funny because we had a conversation before our pod started about this, but like being friends with somebody before getting into a relationship is very important because you're sharing soul with them and seeing if you're actually compatible in that way. But if it doesn't work, then that's like, for me, that's always been like, that's why certain relationships hurt more than others, because you were tied to them more in a more specific and emotional way.
What's funny that you say about that, I probably did feel that with, like I said, my very first heartbreak. Because that one, I took it like pretty freaking hard.
I remember.
I like was nonstop crying for like months. Like I probably eventually got a grip on myself after like 2-3 months of like crying, like just nonstop. I took it so hard. That one for sure, I felt like he was my soulmate. But I think ever since after that, I think I was just more cautious of like my psyche and how I let myself tie to other people. Because having that strong of a connection that I had with that relationship, it was insane. Like, we knew each other down to the T, like the back of my freaking hand.
Yep.
And I lived with him. So, you know, it went from that to, taking all my stuff back to my mom's house. And it was just like a sense of like mourning. Like, you lost someone, it's a breakup, but it's mourning a loss.
They're no longer in your life.
They're no longer in my life. And that one, like I said, definitely freaking hurt. With my recent ex, this is gonna sound really fucked up. I'm sorry.
It's okay. A lot of things have sounded fucked up.
I'm sorry. But with my recent ex, I didn't feel that strong of a connection as he did for me, because he was not even infatuated. I think it was almost like an obsession. He was obsessed with the image of how we looked together. I mean, his image specifically.
Yeah.
On how we
saw
looked
you guys.
and how he saw us, And I noticed that very early on, and that immediately turned me off. Like, I was just like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be in this. Like, this is going to sound very ridiculous, but I almost feel like I was peer pressured into this relationship. Because for years, I was asked by him, how come you don't see me outside of like the friend zone, pretty much? Like, how come you don't see me as, a romantic partner? And I just told him like several times. I know he's asked me at least 3 times. He's probably asked me more than that. But I've told him each time, like, I don't think I want to sabotage this friendship, because we do get along really well. We have a lot of fun, we'll get drunk on the weekends, and we'll wake up all hungover and we'll go get fucking mariscos in like LA. We have our michis and we're just like cruising in the truck, blasting fucking Mac Miller or like some corridos and shit. Like, we had a lot of those times, so he
Yeah.
was mistaking it for infatuation.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference between
To him, it
limerence.
was like you guys were on dates.
Yes, there's a giant difference between limerence, infatuation, and actual love.
What is limerence? I know infatuation and actual love.
Limerence is literally like a crush.
Oh, interesting.
The
Okay.
best way to describe it is like a crush.
Okay.
And
Like you got the hots.
yeah, like
Cool.
an attraction.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between all of those three. And a lot
yeah.
of dudes get limerence and infatuation completely mixed up.
Mm.
And I personally think, yeah, he was infatuated, and he was infatuated with all the memories that we were making together, because, you know, drunk nights, staying up late, talking about real, like, personal stuff, you know, having those deep conversations, you know, whatever.
Mhm.
There was a lot of those good times, you know, but what he failed to understand is that there is a lot of life choices that he was making that I didn't agree with. My ex was a cokehead,
Hell yeah.
so that I didn't agree with. That was like the major reason, like a good 80% of the reason why we would get into fights.
Damn. Over coke?
Because like, you can't drink without doing it, and it's just like, and it's not even the type to like continue, like, people do that shit so they can keep drinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of the times people buy that shit.
Yeah.
But
Sobers you up.
it sobers you up and you can keep going.
Yeah.
But I hated the person that he was when he was on that shit.
Mm.
If I had a disagreement with something that he would do, and I would try to bring it up to him, I was always met with combativeness and retaliation. And, you know, it was just him, you know, blaming me, like, oh, you just want to fight. You just want a reason to, like, get into this, and da-da-da-da-da-da. It was so frustrating.
It sounds in that short period, it sounded like projection.
Yeah, it definitely was always projected back onto me. And that would just ruin the night. And I would just get pissed off. He would get pissed off, and neither of us are calming down. Someone has to be sane, but we're both hotheads.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just no solution. And
fuel to the flame.
it was always an issue for him to try and stop it, because everyone and their mothers around him does it. So they all enable each other. His roommate does it. His fucking family that he hangs out with does it. His friends do it. And like, it was just like, I was viewed as like the black sheep because I was the one that was adamant about doing it. And everyone kind of just looked at me a certain way, like, well, how come you don't want to let do it? Oh, fuck, I just said his name. Oh, well.
Just timestamp and I'll bleep it.
But, you know, kind of looked at me like, how come, you know, you don't let him do it? And it's just like, well, I would kind of like a better lifestyle for him. Like, he doesn't have to fucking do it all the time when he drinks. Like, we can just drink and have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to turn to substance. You know,
No.
we can just chill out. You know what? If you get a little too messed up, that's why we're here drinking at the house, so we can go
Yeah,
to the
just
room and
go
just go to
sleep.
bed.
Yeah. And look, if you wake up from the nap and you want to drink again,
By
go
all
fucking
means.
come back and drink. Yeah.
By all means.
But if you tapped out, you tapped out. It fucking sucks for you. The night's over.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Too fucking bad,
Too
bro.
bad.
And then,
You missed
yeah,
that part.
it
You missed that part.
just sucks. You know, I've noticed that as time went on, like, I noticed that, wow, I really don't like you. And I don't know why I agreed to be in this relationship of almost 2 fucking years.
Do you think you were trying to avoid him continuing to ask you, but you went the wrong way about it?
No, what really, no, because for the longest time I've always told him no. Like, I just don't want to do it because I just want to do me. Like I said, I felt like I was almost peer pressured, and I know that sounds ridiculous.
No,
but
there's some sense to it.
It's called negging. It
Yeah.
just kind of like bugs you over and over. Emotional manipulation until you sort of agree to a relationship.
it was not just him, but his friends and roommate around him that had
So
major.
you were just in an environment that was setting you up for that.
Yes.
Do you remember if there was kind of like a moment where you were like, all right, you know what, fuck it, I'll give you a shot, like let's date or whatever?
When I was drunk.
Oh yeah, so you were very just like, you know what, fuck it, dude.
I was very, very drunk, and I was just like, and then to top it off, I don't know if this sounds bad too, but this was also during COVID.
Okay.
This is like very early on in COVID when everyone had to stay their ass inside.
Yeah, first 2 weeks closed down.
And no one could go anywhere. Everyone was on a curfew. You could only hang out with certain sets of people. And I was constantly hanging out with him because they couldn't go to work. I couldn't go to work. What did we do? We had the Donnie Bucks too.
Donnie Bucks?
The stimulus checks.
Oh.
We had the
yeah.
Donnie Bucks.
I call him Daddy Trump.
I call him Donnie Bucks.
Daddy Trump. Got it. That's a good one.
But we had the Donnie
one.
Bucks, and you know, getting $1,600 in fucking stimulus, and you know,
You can buy a lot of liquor.
buy a lot of alcohol, and we don't got shit to do. Let's just get fucking day drunk, almost every single fucking day.
Hell yeah.
And you know, like I said, there's a lot of those nights, you know, where we would just get really fucked up and have a good time. But it's just the alcohol that's saying like, yeah, like you're having a good time because of that. It's not because you seriously are thinking about getting into a relationship with this person. Because first of all, you've seen how he is, you've seen how he acts, you've seen his habits, and you don't agree with any of them. Like,
Doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But this is fun because of the alcohol. We're all getting fucked up. We're all drinking beers. I'm buying bottles of Centenario.
Hell yeah.
Like, you know, it was just a good time. And I let myself believe that I actually was like, you know what? All right, let's just give it a shot. And the first 6 months was probably the only decent time in our relationship, because after that it was just more fighting than laughing, because you get to know a person, you get to see how they are, and then to top it off, I'm with him at his apartment. Like, it was at first like maybe once or twice a week, then it started turning into more often, and then before I know it, I'm leaving some of my stuff at his house so I can change, shower, whatever. But with that, I just noticed how there was no communication, a giant lack of accountability. The communication part was really the shittiest thing, because I really felt like I had to teach him how to communicate.
Yeah.
And the thing that really set me off was that he told me that, oh, well, like, no one taught me how to do this. But you are 5 years older than me, and you don't think you need to, like, self-reflect on certain things, how you go about certain situations, how you approach certain situations.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think about these things. You just have, like, this avoidant personality. You don't want to deal with these problems, so you just fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the it's a wild fact where like 50% of the world or something like that doesn't have an internal voice. And I was like, hold on, what?
Are you serious?
Something like that. You remember seeing that? I remember I asked you something. I was like, hey, I saw this. You know about anything like this? He's on it. I see his fingers going. But some fucking shit like that. And I was like, no fucking way. And then I was talking to a ghost about it, and I was like, or we concluded like common sense really isn't that common either.
Dude,
so
it's not.
kind of makes sense, you know?
And, you know, what made it harder?
Only 30 to 50% of people have an internal monologue.
There it is.
That's insane.
30 to 50% of people. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess some people don't self-reflect.
It's they have the people that cannot. It's called it's a combination of anhedoralia and aphantasia.
It's like a personality
Interesting.
disorder, isn't it?
What is
It's just the
anaphonalia and-
inability to create an inner monologue, essentially.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But yeah, the Coke would make the communication 10 times worse. Because if we're drinking
yeah.
and he's over here doing lines in the fucking bathroom at the bar, like no shame in this game, bro. Just straight lines on the fucking toilet.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Nah. Not down. Not down. Was he
So-
doing coke prior to you guys actually dating? Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is something that he's been doing for I don't know how long.
So you had already seen coked version of him too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what's crazy is that when he would get to that like sloppy drunk, for sure he's yacked out. But when he gets to that point, it's like very disgusting and it's so unattractive and it just literally pisses me all the way off. And he did it when we went to El Salvador one night and I made his ass sleep outside.
Hell yeah.
And then I felt bad. So I let him come back in and he was so fucking pissed drunk. He pees inside of the fucking room we were staying at. And I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Should have left him outside. Sorry. Saved you some
An
trouble.
actual dog.
Literally like an actual fucking dog. And I was like, dude, there's a window right there. You couldn't piss out the fucking window. You just had
He
to
was
piss
worried he was
all
gonna
over the
fall.
floor. I was so angry, dude. I was livid. I did not talk to him at all the following day. I was like so pissed off. But regardless, like just how gross he would get just being completely yacked out. And then to top it off, his fucking roommate does this shit. His roommate's girlfriend does it because why not? Everyone's fucking doing it. She just wants to hop on the fucking bandwagon, I guess.
Why not?
His
Hashtag
friends
brownie
do
points.
it. His nephew does it. Like I said, the family
Fucking
that he
everyone
hangs,
does it.
the family that he hangs out with,
That's crazy,
they all
man.
do it, and I'm like the oddball that just like doesn't want to do it.
You're fucking weird. You're not doing drugs, dude. What
You're
the
not doing drugs.
fuck is wrong with you? That's
But it was
so
a problem.
weird,
It
man.
would be a problem if I would smoke weed, though.
That doesn't make sense to me. But okay, sure.
So, like, that relationship, definitely, I did not feel jack shit for. Like, I was not in love. I was not none of that. Because, like, a few months later, that's when I met that person. And I just immediately moved on to that person.
Yep. You're like, oh my god, what is this? I
But
know,
yeah.
because that's how I feel when I find somebody that I'm like, oh, this is so interesting. I'm like, oh, that is the feeling again. Oh.
I like, low-key, I'm like a fucking weirdo. Because when I see him view my stories, I'm like... I am fucking insane, bro. What is wrong with me? I should have probably kept that to myself. I'm not gonna lie. I should have probably taken that one to the grave.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I was gonna say I could tell from the text you sent me, but no, that was better. I like that a lot better. That was great. Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! I want that shit.
I might take that and make it into a soundbite.
Yeah. That's
But yeah, but you know, like that's the difference. Like
yeah.
I didn't like. Not that I didn't like, but I wasn't really into my ex as much as I'm into this person, and I know
Yeah.
the difference. I see the difference, and I feel the difference.
Timestamp.
He doesn't even drink like that. You know, he'll have like a beer here and there with me.
He's more of a smoker, no?
He's more of a smoker. But, you know, I've noticed that like he takes really good care of himself. He doesn't do drugs. He goes to the gym a lot, goes to work. He does what he needs to do. He pays his bills, whatever.
He's responsible.
He's responsible. And like that's what I like. Like, okay, someone with a more cleaner lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, that's attractive. Health is wealth, bro. I know
Yes.
for a fact that he, like homeboy that's doing all this coke, I'm pretty sure he's probably got another like maybe at most 20 years left on his clock
Probably. Coke ain't
before
good for
that
you.
shit gets to your heart.
This I actually told Kevin when he was. I'm pretty sure I told Kevin when he was here. But doctor told me like don't do coke, you're gonna die because I have a slightly larger heart and lungs than normal.
Oh,
So she's like, it's a lot easier for your heart to just cramp up. I was
Oh,
like, oh, that's
no.
cool. She's like, yeah, so just be active your whole life. I was like, oh, well, all right. That's fine. I can do that. I'm an athlete.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I've done my experimentation on stuff
Do
too,
some drugs, kids. It's fun, but don't do drugs.
but don't do drugs.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't like that shit. And I can't understand why it's so addicting for some people. Oh, and that's another thing. And that's another thing that would also piss me off that really bothered me about my ex is that he said, because I pay my bills, meaning his car note, his phone, whatever, and his rent, he
Okay.
thinks he doesn't have a problem. But he's buying this shit every weekend. And he is over here complaining about how he's spending too much money. And it's like, I wonder why. Because you're spending almost $200 on Coke every weekend.
Yeah. This is when people are like, I don't have a problem. I go, okay, cool. Could you stop right now? And if they're like, oh, no, I don't know. I'd have to like wean off or like, And I'm like, hey, you might have a little bit of a problem.
He would complain like, oh, like we're spending too much money when we go out. No, it's not. Because when we go out, a lot of the times I like to pay for that shit. Because yeah, like, you know, he'll buy me shit, whatever. Okay, cool. I'll buy dinner or I'll pay the bar tab. Like, whatever. You want to get dessert? Let's go get some snacks, whatever.
It's on me.
You know, it's on me.
Yeah.
But with him, like, that shit irritated.
That extra 150 on that goddamn rock you stick in your nose. That shit wild.
Dude, there's this one time his roommate, I don't know how much that shit was worth, but I kid you not, a fucking sack, probably the size of that glass.
A couple grand.
I don't know how much he spent. And he brought it out and he just put it on the table and he was like, "You guys want to have fun?" And I'm like, "Dude,
Somebody
like what the
die.
fuck?" I looked at my ex and I was like, "Dude, like you better not all do that shit right now."
They killed that shit that night.
I don't know how long it took for them to kill it, but it wasn't that night. I think it took them like a couple of days to kill it, not gonna lie.
Right. Not as degen. That's good.
But yeah, that shit, I just don't understand why people get so addicted to it.
Cocaine, I don't know because I've never tried. Maybe the movie Scarface could
You
give
only
you an
get
idea.
high for like 15 to 20
You'll-
minutes.
That's what I've heard. It's very quick.
I mean, I've tried it myself. Like, yeah, great, you get a little numb. But other than that, it's not.
If you trying to disappear, I could tell you about some shit you could get hooked on that you know very well about too.
It's not
Galaxy
like
gas?
No, I never tried that.
It's just NOS.
Oh,
it's not like I don't know. I really don't understand how they're able to like just go back to back on that shit.
I don't know.
But I mean,
Kind of
I-
have to feel normal after a while.
maybe.
Yeah.
But I'll smoke my weed though.
Hell yeah.
Same. I was gonna say, like, my brother. He is the type of person where he's like, if I smoke weed, I have to like not do anything of importance because I'm probably gonna fuck something up. Not me. I operate fucking
Same.
A-okay on
Same.
the weed. If not, I operate a little bit better than I do on the weed.
I'm more calm for sure, and I'm able to tolerate more stupid people and stupid shit when
Same.
I'm like nice and baked. Like if an inconvenience happens, I'm just like, I'll fix it when I fix it. I'll get to it when I get to it. But if I was like out and I was like sober as hell, I'd be mad as fuck.
I'm gonna stab a bitch.
Fuck.
There's something so funny about angry stone. You're just like, God damn it.
Like, wow, this sucks.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Fuck. All right, I guess.
My first thought on cocaine addiction though is maybe he's got ADHD, because that was what
interesting.
was leading me down that road for over a year using coke.
Well,
Not gonna lie.
Adderall is basically similar to it, isn't it?
And
It's more meth based.
amphetamine
Yeah,
salts.
amphetamine. Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't really do it outside of drinking. If he wasn't drinking, he wasn't doing it like, just right then and there.
That's fair.
But if it was usually tied with drinking to pretty much go for most
He
of the
liked
night.
the mix.
He liked the mix for sure. And then of course,
Something about that supposedly. I don't know. I hear that a lot too. Like there's some people that only do coke when they drink, and then there's cokeheads that just like fucking do coke.
mm-hmm.
So, but there's something about specifically drinking and doing coke that people like.
the hangovers are like 10 times
Blacking
worse.
out too.
Yeah, it also
That
keeps you
makes
from
sense.
blacking out. That's the main reason why, because he would black out kind of quick. And so that's why he would do the
like-
coke. But dude, like that
I
shit just
feel
would
like
piss
if
me
you
off.
black out quick, you should probably take that as a sign. Like, don't fucking drink, or don't drink till you black out so fast.
Try
space
telling
you-
this dude that's been, like I said, blue collars, fucking working
Yeah.
12, 13
I don't
hours,
try and
14
convince
hours.
Those dudes. I
Like-
actually egg them on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I swear to God, because like I've tried before to like.
A lot of them
Make
are
them change their mind.
cokeheads, though.
Explains our relationship so much.
A lot of them are cokeheads for sure. Blue collars are
Uh,
welders are cokeheads, iron workers.
meth heads, very common in construction. I don't know a lot of.
Meth?
I didn't know a lot of cokeheads in construction.
A lot
of
of pipe fitters, welders, iron workers. I think that's it.
HVAC.
HVAC.
No shit.
The jobs that don't require you to electrocute yourself. Plumbing too, actually. A lot of alcoholics in plumbing.
A lot of alcoholics and
Everything.
electrical.
Interesting.
But
Very
yeah,
interesting.
trying to tell him to not have a beer after having a long day in the sun.
Oh no, that's his reward. It's like a reward.
It's like a reward. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his thing. But like I said, usually someone always has the bag, and there's usually never a time that it was just not around. It wasn't until that I finally had to let him know how I felt about it. And I kid you not, I had to sit him down like a kid and tell him, like, dude, you have to seriously understand that I don't like this. I want a different lifestyle. Oh, and another thing that pissed me off about that. He goes, if I accidentally get you pregnant, does me doing all this coke affect the baby? And that question really pissed me off. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
If the swimmers got there, yeah, you'd probably have some problems. But
Yeah, you'd have some retarded babies.
I literally got so mad at that question. I had to stop myself from being mean. I caught myself. I really sat there and I was like about to tell him, like, are you fucking serious? Like, you're legit asking me that question? And I stopped myself and I looked at him and I just smiled and I said, yes, it would.
how long has he been doing it? Because there's a good chance he may not even be able to have kids.
Kid you not, I'm pretty sure he can.
Sick.
And in all honesty, I'm so sorry, Lord. With all due respect, I really hope he does not reproduce, because I have never met someone more slower in my entire fucking life.
That's funny. Because I had an issue with stimulants for almost like 2 years. Now the doctor was like, "There's a good chance you're not gonna be able to easily have kids
Oh wow.
if you want." And I was like, "That's fine."
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
Wow.
I wouldn't doubt that he probably won't be able to have kids because he's been doing it for quite some time. For as long as he's been in, doing welding and all that, that's probably for how
Damn.
long he's been doing that. And to my understanding, he's been doing it for quite some time. Like he went to college for all this shit.
Damn.
So probably like right out of high school. Probably right out of high school. He's over here talking about like, oh, like I have dyslexia and I have this and I have that. Like I can't, like I kid you not, dude.
Let
Like
me-
I had to
read the
help
list of
him fix his
problems.
resume. The job that he has now, I'm the reason why he has that job because
Hell
I
yeah.
helped fix his resume. I had to type and do it for him because his dyslexia is what's bugging him, and then he, for whatever fucking reason, just can't. He's not, I guess, very computer
Savvy.
savvy.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. I fucking hate when people tell me that.
We get a lot of those.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But
And
I'm
like,
too old to learn. I shouldn't have to.
and like, it would just piss me off because it's like, are you really fucking useless? Like, God forbid if we are really together for the long run and something happens to me and I need you to take care of like certain shit,
fucking good luck to you.
like good fucking luck to me.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like he was saying like how he has like all these like problems and stuff with reading and all that stuff. And I'm like, honestly, dude, I don't even think you seriously have these problems. I think you fried your fucking brain to the point where you
Possibly.
can't fucking think properly. Like coke does some shit to your fucking mind.
Yeah.
And after years of abuse, I wouldn't be surprised if you're fucking fried.
They've done CT scans just to see the difference of brain that has been on coke.
I'm pretty
meth,
sure it's all shrunk.
Then spots are missing.
Yeah, spots are missing. It's all like what kind of like what ecstasy does. It like leaves like holes in your head.
Yes, it kills off neurotransmitters.
You know, like I'm just like thinking like, dude, like I don't
Uh-huh.
even think you're really dyslexic. I think you're just fucking
A little
retarded
fried, yeah.
from all the drugs
Drugs,
that you
I
were
feel it.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really wouldn't be surprised if that was what's going on. But yeah, I was like, no, dude. After I noticed how fucking useless he was being, like I was like, no, dude. Like I can't be with this type of person. Like I could tell that he's just a beta. He's not a leader. He's not a leader at all. And that's what the difference is with when it comes to dating guys. And that's what they fail to understand is like if you're not a leader, like
Ain't
what the
nobody gonna
fuck
follow
am
you.
what the fuck am I supposed to follow?
Exactly.
Like I said, women have no problem being submissive to a man
Mm-hmm.
as long as you are doing all the right things.
That is very true.
And
And keep doing all the right things. Don't fuck up. Not even once. If you fuck up once, that's it. You screwed.
you are
You-
fucked.
You doomed your image. You ain't leader no more.
You
You fucking
fucked.
you Mr. fucking fumbles Magoo now. That's
Yeah.
it.
You're not getting that gok.
Facts. Ain't no hawk tour for
Ain't
you.
no hawk tour.
None of it. You dry peen. That's what you gonna have.
But yeah, you know, that's like the one thing that dudes fail to understand is like you gotta lead, bro. If you don't have that in you, like we're just
You ain't
gonna
got that dog in you.
you don't got that dog in you. Like we're gonna just run all over you. And
Yeah.
not gonna lie, that's what I did. I ran all over him. And I noticed that after a while, like this is boring. I don't want to be in this anymore. Let me sabotage the relationship.
Fuck. Nah, you know what? Let me leave. Let me fucking make this a shit show.
Let me make it a shit show.
That's fine. Have some fun. Why not?
I mean, they made he made the relationship a shit show. I might as well go out with a bang.
That's true.
And I did.
Burn it down.
I did. I almost
I
did.
like it. Well, let's not continue on that because that's arson. But
I swear to God, I'm not
nonetheless,
toxic.
I like it. No, you're not at all.
I swear.
At all.
You are literally red like a flag right now.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
I'm so kidding. Not really.
It's okay, you know.
But yeah,
somebody
don't
that
date
matches you
cokeheads,
crazy.
guys. Don't date
No,
cokeheads.
yeah, I don't think that's a great idea.
I wouldn't recommend it. They're not fun.
Mm-mm. No. It's kind of important to make sure that the person that you're picking to spend your life with can take care of their own fucking life first.
Their own life
because
first,
exactly
bro.
how you said, if anything were to happen to you, that's the person that is stepping in. That's why it's called a team. That's your partner. Unless, how we were talking, like, fucking stay home and don't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the person that's going out and getting the money, he probably don't got dyslexia and a coke problem. I can almost guarantee you that, you know.
Yeah.
Or he does, and he comes home and he beats his wife. You know, there's those two.
There's that.
There's that too, but that's also not as common. So.
Right. But yeah. God, I dodged that bullet.
You kind of ran with it for a while. I don't know if you did.
I did.
You hung on to it.
I did. I hung on to it for a little bit, but then when I found this person, that's when
Run
I.
with that nuke.
I know.
But then when I
Jesus.
found this person, that's when I was like, okay, I'm good.
Bye.
Bye, deuces.
No, it's interesting that you bring up like knowing that you don't actually care for this other person or that you're not really invested in the relationship, because that's actually the reason that I stopped dating, because everyone that I was encountering, even if I thought they were interesting or cool and I was attracted to them, I felt that I wasn't treating the relationship fairly and giving enough of myself, because I was seeking a relationship out of being lonely, and it was easier to just have this person that liked me than to be alone.
I think that's you just hit it right on the nail for me. I think that's what I felt. I was like, you know, it's easy to be liked and wanted like this, and it feels nice, you know, it feels nice to be wanted. But I, like you mentioned, like, definitely I noticed that I'm not as invested in that relationship as I am invested with this person. Because, like, I mean, fucking Delulu over here.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I noticed the difference.
For me, see, it wasn't a person. This is also how I know I have a problem. I was thinking about things that not even in my brain, I think about it as like things that needed to be done, but it's more so like things that I want to do.
Okay.
So I would be spending time with these people, and then I would go, I could be at the office right now taking care of this order, or prepping, or getting this stuff done. And then, like, I find that I'm no longer just present with this person.
You're
and
just thinking about work.
And then I'd catch myself and go, let me forcibly and consciously be present.
That sounds like a little like torture. Like, you think you're telling yourself that, yes, you want to be with this person and you're into this person, but you're more attached to work than actually the interest of trying to be with this person. And
And when I actively tried to be there with this person, I would find myself going, no, I would just rather be at work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then that's where I would go, okay, I need to leave this relationship. And I would just tell them, like, unfortunately, I'm having a hard time connecting emotionally.
I noticed that I was doing that by breaking up with him like 5 million times in like the beginning of our relationship. I noticed that we weren't compatible. I noticed that I wasn't happy in this relationship. I noticed that I'm only in this relationship because he wants a certain image. A guy like him, with the pretty little tiny Mexican girl. Like, I think he just wanted to pursue the relationship because he wanted that image.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at me. Like, I can get a girl like this. Because I also heard a little after, quick tangent.
Hey, yo, we love a tangent.
I heard a little after that we had broken up. One of my girlfriends went to the bar, and he was there. And apparently he was plastered.
Hey, yo.
And
Nothing new.
Nothing new. And
Wait, is it called plastered because you have so much Coke in your nose and you mix it with the alcohol that it looks like plaster?
That's very smart. I like that idea. Pretty much, we can go with that.
All right, cool. I fuck with it.
Fuck with
It
it.
clicked right now. I was like, plaster. Interesting.
We can go with that.
Cool. All right.
But during, I don't guess he was probably there for quite some time, but he was pretty drunk, and my girlfriend was there with one of her other friends, and I guess he kept turning around and looking at her friend to the point where it started bothering them, and they just went off on his ass because he just kept doing it. It was just like being a little creepy.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but
Not
lot
creepy. Just a little.
not a little bit, but a lot creepy.
Oh, okay, got it.
And
Okay.
The girls eventually were just like, dude, like, the fuck are you looking at? Why do you keep like staring back at us and da 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 da? And I guess he got kind of like offended about it, and he was just like, oh shit, like, fuck, my bad. He was like, you guys don't have to be assholes about it. And he went as far as like going up to them and asking them like, oh, do you hate me?
That's a great way to break the ice.
What?
For all you men out there, if you're trying to get a chick's number, just go up to her and be like, do you hate me?
Do you hate me?
Currently taking notes.
But I heard about that situation, and she was asking me like if we were still together, and I was like, no. And she was like, yeah, he's kind of a mess. And I was like, yeah, I know. That happens.
I have that effect on men.
I have that effect on men. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to say it, but you said it for me. Thank you.
So she's too much to handle. That's what it is. You're just too much to handle. You haven't met a guy yet that has such a hectic life that he deals with on his own. So when he meets you, he's just like, you're just cute. That's cute. They're like, I go to work, everything happens the way it's supposed to because we follow rules. And then there's you, and they're like, what? I don't know
what to do with this.
I came home and you're angry for no reason. I don't know what happened. Why?
But it's like I'm confident in myself, and I know what I want.
Yeah.
And I
That's
know
why.
I have certain things that I want to accomplish. Like I said, I want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I want to travel and make memories because we're not here for a long time. And all the fucking barro that we make here today, we can't take it with us wherever the fuck we go.
Nah.
That shit stays here.
Facts.
So we, enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Facts.
We have to get rid of that thing where like we have to work so much and so hard early in our lives just to enjoy it later in life. No, fuck no. You have to enjoy it now, dude.
I'm gonna have a panic attack. I feel attacked.
Yeah.
I feel attacked, okay? Because I live in the different school of thought.
Really?
I really do, yeah.
So you're working to live later?
Correct.
That's terrible.
Not at all. Because right now I'm enjoying the road to where I want to get to so that later in life I don't have to do anything.
No.
And I see it as right now are the years where I have the energy, time, and the freedom to do it. And I plan on doing other things later.
I think it's because I already have myself set up for that later.
Yeah.
I already have something like cooking for me, and I can use that later. It's out of sight, out of mind right now, so I'm not really worried about it too much, but I have that cooking. But I also, like I said, like I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Yeah,
and I saw that. I think it stems from my dad, where I saw him work so hard and long to where he couldn't get to retire, let alone enjoy his money. So that's like the one thing that really like hurt me, because it's like, damn, like I don't want to go through that. Me personally, I don't want to go through that.
Yeah.
I want to be present. And if I have the funds to have a good time, maybe make some memories, explore the world, look at a different part of Mexico or whatever that I didn't see.
Horizon.
I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
But definitely I don't want to live in what feels like, this is what it feels like to me. Like, I don't want to live in that prison where it's like I'm working so hard now to live later.
This is so interesting, and I'm glad we're having this conversation because I like for the so just how I told you about like it's
Hold on, I'm gonna get my other White Claw.
okay. Pause for the claws.
Can you grab me a
Oh,
water?
Yeah.
good one. I'll take a water too if you don't mind, my two-footed friend. That's so interesting. Just bring it back. Just bring it back. Yeah, see? Even the ghost wants something. Just bring it back with you. Oh my god. So funny. So funny.
I was just like, what happens if I search ghost? That was what popped up.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Heyo.
I like how a woman went to the fridge and we immediately asked for
I take any opportunity of a two-footed person.
That's fair
Going
for you.
somewhere.
That's fair
Yeah.
for you. Okay, I'll give you that one.
That's my excuse.
I'm trapped behind the camera.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's true.
Eric
Hey, yo.
actually just
Thank
has me chained to the chair. Guys, please help.
I thought you weren't going to say anything. I was so focused on, two streams of thought. There's two sides to this. Okay, so remember how I was like, I'm with these chicks, and then I'm like, man, I'd rather be at work. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I might have that same feeling if I were to just leave and try and go explore and vacation. Mm-hmm. For me, and I feel like there's other people that would feel the same way. And this might sound dumb, but there's this fiery passion of a need to complete a task. And until I complete that task and try my hardest at it, I don't think like
You know what's so funny about that?
I'm okay with the FOMO of exploring and vacation because the FOMO that I have is fear of loss of pursuit.
A pursuit. Okay. What's funny about that is that I am the complete opposite.
Oh.
I am sometimes really shitty at finishing tasks. I will always start them, but a lot of the times I won't finish them. And that's like one thing I don't like about myself.
I used
Because
to be the same.
I'll start cleaning and I clean like maybe my room and my bathroom. And then I look at the living room and the hallway and I'm like, I'll do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes around and then eventually I'll do it, but it takes me a lot longer to finish the task.
So what I found helped me is, one, you've already recognized that you do that. So that's a good thing. Two, now knowing that that's how you do things, instead of going, I'm going to clean the whole house. Go, today, I will clean this. Once that's cleaned, you're like, cool, it's good. This stuff, I'll find another time for it. Do what's necessary. This is also probably sounds bad, but I know it works. Do what's absolutely necessary to move forward in your pursuit.
I feel that.
And you can take care of
Whatever. A little bit of everything.
Exactly.
I can feel that.
It works really, really well if you're trying to do a lot of things and you need to bounce around. Do what's absolutely necessary to move you forward to that next step. And then when you come back around, okay, now that's necessary, let's do that.
Do that.
That's also how I've done a lot of my self-learning too, because instead of like, let's go to video editing, for example. Instead of going deep dive figuring out how to use the entire software for video editing to figure out how every single thing worked, I was like, that's going to take far too long. And I'm not a video editing specialist. That's not what I'm trying to be. I just need to be able to output this video. Mm-hmm. So I go, okay, well, what can I do first? Let me just pick my videos. Cool. Now I have that. I want this transition. I don't know how to do that. Google real quick how to do this transition. Boom. Now I know how to do just that transition. And then that's how I piece my way through whatever it is that I'm working at. If I need to learn it for this, then I learn it there. But if not, then I move forward. And if I need to learn a different task down the road, then I'll learn it then. Mm-hmm. That has really, really helped me from overwhelming and over cluttering my mind.
Okay. I feel that. Yeah, see, that's like one of the things that I also have to work on is that I definitely have an issue with overthinking.
Ooh, that one's hard. That
is one of my biggest flaws that I have is I overthink everything. And thoughts are infectious. Mm-hmm. Like, if I have one thought and it's like a fear of any kind, like, for an example, like, I really thought, like, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that if I let my cat out too long, that something bad could happen to her.
I mean, it definitely could.
And it definitely could. So I was very anal about how long I was letting her stay out for. And it was getting to a point where I would only let her stay out for like an hour or two. But she's constantly asking to go outside. And she's just being a cat. She wants to go hunt like little mice and stuff like that. She just wants to go, be a cat. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that I do have to trust is because she's a cat, she does have very good instincts. She definitely knows when she's safe and when she's not safe. And when she's not safe, she immediately comes back and she wants to come inside. So, and it's been like that for the entire time that I've had her. So.
And how long have you had her?
She's 8.
So she lived some years on the streets.
Yeah.
She's like mama.
Yeah. And what has helped a lot is like when she was younger, she also had my dog. My dog was very like protectant, barking away all these other animals and stuff, whatever. Eventually she grew enough to trust him and be around him and let him get close to her. And so that was her buddy and would always protect her. But now that, we don't have him anymore, she had to fend for herself. So the times that she would go outside, she did get her ass beat a few times. I would hear her getting her ass beat. And so I have to go be Captain Save-A-Ho. Have to go get her. So I go out there, go get her, bring her back, whatever. And then she'd be like all puffed up and angry. And like she doesn't want to go outside for the next like a week or so. And eventually it became a cycle. And I kind of like started showing her like where to go and where not to go. So if I would catch her in the front, I would shoot her to the back. So she would stay mostly in the backyard because the backyard is like the safest area she could be.
Yeah.
And I think she's noticed about that. And so she never goes to the front. I've noticed now she has been going to the front only because she just wants to like watch what's going on in the street. She literally, I kid you not, I feel like she was human in her past life. Because she really likes to watch. Like, she'll sit on our back porch and just lay there and just look at the birds flying, the bugs flying around, the dragonflies just going close to the water of the pool and then flying away. And she literally just watches everything. Like, even the little ants on the floor, she'll just stare at it and just like...
That's funny.
She's so funny. And this past summer, her biggest thing was hunting. And she would bring back like tons of lizards and stuff like that. But then she moved on and she brought back 2 birds.
Sick.
And they were little sparrows. And I felt so bad.
She didn't eat them?
No. Huh. Well, actually, she ate one of them because I only found the head.
Nice.
Apparently they do that because they don't see you hunting, so they don't think you know how.
Yeah.
So which I think is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, bro, come on.
This is how you do it. So lately, she's been, like I said, this past summer, she's been bringing back mice. She discovered that there's like a little hole on the side of my house, so she'll go under the house and hunt them. Or there's like on the side of my house that's like a long hallway. And on my neighbor's side, it's like a bunch of like weeds and stuff. So when the mice come out, it tends to be a little cooler right there. So when the mice come out, they'll hide in like all the like little weeds and the brushes and all that. And I'll catch her sitting on the wall, staring down, waiting for a perfect time to like go down and get it.
Shit.
And she'll get it, and like I'm pretty sure the little thing is trying to fight back. But like it'll take like time for her to bring it back to the back porch, and then she has a certain meow when she caught something and she wants us to come get it.
That's crazy.
She'll like meow at the screen door, and it's a very distinct meow that she has, and that's usually like she has something for us. She's so funny. She cracks me up.
That's crazy.
And literally like the poor thing will just like be frozen. Like I remember one time she was adamant about going outside, but it's because she had brought a little mouse and it was hiding in this is when we had already filled the pool up, so we had like bags of salt on the back porch.
Mm-hmm.
And she chased the little mouse into like the bag, so it was just hiding there. And eventually she managed to get it out, and I could hear it from my room screaming because I don't know how hard she's biting it.
Bruh.
But I hear it like screaming from my room, and I'm like telling her, I'm like, put it down. And I go out there and I kind of like yell at her a little bit, and I tell her to go to bed, and then usually she'll go to bed. But she's so funny. She cracks me up, dude.
Poor little mouse. Could you imagine being a mouse, just getting attacked by a cat?
Attacked.
Seeing a paw just reach in, trying to get you.
And I don't cut her nails, so those fuckers are sharp. Look at what.
I mean, yeah, you leave her outside. That's not cool. That looks like a razor. Well, I mean, legit.
Literally,
this
this is just happened today.
That's not cool at all.
Yeah.
For those that can't see, it's like an 1.5 inch length gash. It looks like you got in a fight with the box cutter. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and it stings. It's annoying.
I bet. That's fun. I'm good. My dog kills me with kisses. I like that. He's a little dumb. I fuck with that. He's dumb and he listens for the most part. So
I've grown real attached to my homegirl's dog. Her name is Cherry Blossom Tree.
cute.
But we call her Blossom for short.
Oh my.
And I low-key forgot what kind of dog she is, but she has like this crazy like intimidating look. Like she has these light like colored eyes.
Uh-huh.
And she kind of has a head of like a pit bull. But I'll have to ask her what kind of dog she is.
That's like my
but
dog.
she is like one of those like dogs that like really protect and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so funny. Like she like if they have two dogs and the other one is a pit bull, and she's like a big baby.
Mm-hmm.
And so like sometimes she's big, she's muscle, so she doesn't know her own strength really.
Pit bulls.
The King Corso or something like that?
No. I don't know what type of dog she is. I would have to ask her again. But
Big is it a Dogo Argentino? Those also look like pitties, but they look like big beefy boys, like a mastiff body with a pity face.
maybe the males, but she's a female. But she cracks me up. Like she like definitely likes to regulate the other dog. And what's crazy is that she's younger than the other dog. So she'll try to regulate that dog, and like she'll come once she thinks she's regulated, she'll come up to you and like sniff you, and she's like, "Are you good?" Like she's just that's like her way of checking on you. Like, "Are you good?"
That's funny.
And she greets you by smelling your ear. She'll like even move your hair if you have hair in the way, and she'll want to smell your ear, and that's how she greets you.
Very interesting.
She's so funny. She cracks me up. But I've been taking a huge liking to that dog.
That's cute.
and to the point where I want one, but I'm like, no.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. So I've already had conversations where once the boy is gone, it's gonna be a while till I get another dog, just because I want to be at a point where I can either be home with the dog or be able to take the dog with me wherever I go.
Exactly.
So,
a lot of people that I've noticed like really should not be pet owners. I feel so bad. And not gonna lie, like for a long time, my dog was just like one of those backyard dogs.
Yeah.
But
Mexican traditional household, man.
Yeah.
That's very common because we're not taught that, like, oh, you need to take your dog out for a while. They have a life. Fucking take them to explore the world too. They're meant to be in nature. Take them hiking.
But one thing about me when I was younger and I got him, I loved being outside with him. So
Nice.
I would spend a lot of my time in my backyard with him.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
when I would smoke my weed, I would spend most of my time in the back with him.
See, your dog at least had company of the human, though. It's like with us, so my dog's name is Badass Motherfucker, but we call him Bam for short. For a majority of his life, he was a backyard dog and only knew that humans would feed him 3 times a day. Like that was his knowledge of life. And then I saw him one day just outside sitting lonely, and I was like, hey, I'm a lonely sad boy too. Maybe we could be lonely sad boys together. So I went outside, and then he tried to attack me because it was his backyard. And that's where I realized, like, oh, I see you as, like, you've been our pet. We've been feeding you. Like, we have you as our pet. But you see us as, like, you feed me 3 times a day, and right now is not feeding time. So why are you back here?
Why are you here?
So I had to, I would fight him for dominance of the backyard. I would throw him on, and I would just hold him down until him specifically, I don't know if it's dogs, but him specifically, I would know that he had conceded because he would go one loud sigh.
One loud sigh.
All right, you're done. Cool. And I'd be like, you're going to relax? And then his tail would start wagging on the floor. And I'm like, all right, you're going to be cool and I can pet you for a little bit. And that's how our relationship started. And then he wouldn't attack me when I would go outside, but he wouldn't let me get close. He would, like, think I'm trying to take whatever he had away. So then I would just go outside and get close enough, and I had to, like, familiarize myself with him.
Yeah.
And then we grew close.
Hell yeah.
He just looks at you and barks, though. That's it. He's no thoughts, just vibes. He's one of those dogs.
No thoughts, just vibes. I love it.
Yeah, that's him for sure.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog, he was just a crazy, like, ball of energy, like, just nonstop energy. Even from...
What type of dog did you have?
I had a pointer, and he was mixed with the...
Yeah.
And he was mixed with the pit.
Damn. That's a wild mix.
And he was a very beautiful dog. And we adopted him, too. And we had him for a cool minute. We had him for a good 17 years.
God damn.
And those big dogs don't
last
that long, sadly.
That's what we're experiencing with this boy. That motherfucker got no quit in him.
17, and he was still, like, energy.
Pretty lively, huh?
And it was really hard having to put him to sleep. But we realized that it just wasn't okay. There was no way that he was going to get any type of progression from his state. So we had to do the right thing, and we had to go put him to sleep. And
at what point did you guys make that decision?
I think he started seizing.
Okay.
In the laundry room where he slept. And yeah, like, it was really hard. It was really bad, and we just didn't want him like that anymore.
Yeah, because we've had those conversations about Bam, because he's an old dog, and, like, we could tell his hips are giving out, and we're like, he's gonna be alive longer than his body is. Like, his body's gonna give out on him first. So, like, when when are we agreeing that, like, at this point we're calling it for him?
Mm-hmm.
And for us, it was as long as he can hold his stool and regulate his bathroom, and he's not having like consistent accidents, then, you know, like, I feel like that's
That honestly,
decent
like,
life.
really messed me up because, like, I got mine really young. I was like 8
Yeah.
years old when I got him.
You had him your entire life.
I had him my entire life, and then I had him like even in my early 20s.
Damn, I didn't think about that actually. That's my sister with our dog currently.
Mm-hmm. And that one messed me up because this was also during COVID, so we couldn't even be there with him.
That fucking sucks.
And
that's not cool.
Fucked me up pretty bad because I was like, he's just in a room full of strangers and he doesn't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I could only try to comfort myself with the thought that someone is like comforting him.
Yeah. They definitely tried their best. I can tell you that. But I feel it. My first dog, his name was Ace. That was actually my dog.
Mm-hmm.
At like the age of 4, I know he was 4 years old, but he just woke up one day paralyzed from the middle of his back down.
Oh my god.
He had no fucking idea what was wrong. Like the day before, I had taken him on a walk. We had fucking played. He was out in Mayfair Park, like fucking off leash, because that's how I had the boy.
Mm-hmm.
Went home that day. Everything fine. Went to sleep. Next morning, he's just like way in the back against the wall, just sitting. Usually, I would come out in the morning, and Bam was a small pup. He was like 3 months by this time. Both of them would like run up to me because I was gonna feed him. They'd be all happy and excited. Bam runs over, and Ace doesn't move, and I'm like, fucking, that's weird. Like, Ace, come here. So then he turns and he pulls himself, and like he just kind of pulls over, and I was like, no fucking way, I just saw that. So I go over there and I start pinching him. I start pinching his hips. I'm like, please, for the love of God, fucking yelp. Nothing. So we took him to the vet, and they were like, we don't know what's going on. We can do surgery. It's going to be $10,000, and he might walk with a wheelchair. And we were like, no. Like, no. We ended up putting him down, and I wasn't old. I was like 13, 14. I wasn't old enough to think about it. Or no, I was like 15 maybe. I wasn't old enough to think like we should get a second opinion or something. So we were like, all right, I guess like that's fucked up. I don't want him to live his life without his back legs. Like, he used to go hiking. He would climb mountains with me.
Yeah.
So we decided to put him down, and then they asked if anyone wanted to be in the room, and for me, I was like, I don't think I can handle being there while he's gone. But I, like, looking back, I should have. And then I thought about it, like, none of my family members went into the room with him either, and that was my dog. So years later, when I was just looking back and reflecting on my past, like, that fucked with me a little bit. I was like, I wish I would have been there for him. So I get you there. It sucks.
Yeah, it's like, I was thinking about that, like, because like I said, I go through the rabbit hole on freaking Instagram, and I came across like reels like that, people having to put their
She'll
dogs
make you
down.
cry real quick,
Bruh,
man.
I'm like crying at like in my bed at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Some bullshit. To turn the reel up. Good night.
And like, you know, I hate it when I do that, but I was like seeing that, and I was like thinking to myself, I was like, man, dude, if it wasn't for fucking COVID, like, most definitely I would have been in there with him, because I want to be the last person he sees.
Yeah. That's
But,
what I think now.
Could make myself cry.
I know.
But yeah, with my cat,
This ain't wood. Pick something else. I'm sorry.
Dick.
I know. That's wood down there. Coffee table. It's far though.
Oh, it's very far.
I know. Sorry. It's okay. It counts.
It counts for something.
Yeah. It's composite wood. It's good enough, right?
Good enough.
All right.
But yeah, for my cat, I'm definitely gonna have to be there, because I don't know. That's my baby.
Yeah. She been there through everything.
She really has, and she's very smart.
She's you're just like toasting everything. You're just burning everything,
Right.
and embering. That's an Area 51 lighter, by the way.
Oh.
That's why it looks futuristic. And that's a grenade.
I
That
know.
one's one of my favorites. That one's cool.
I was looking at that one. I was like, that looks like a lighter.
I need to open it and replace the battery. It goes, fire in the hole.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
so
also a lighter.
funny. That's so cool.
Yeah. Shout out to the Roo for that one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he gave me this one. This is modeled after the grenade that's the character Snake from Metal Gear Solid carries.
Lit.
I used to carry it on my backpack until I got stopped by security a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, they didn't appreciate the look. When I showed, like, once I explained everything, they were like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, right? That's why I leave it hanging on my backpack, because I thought it was really cool. And it's easily accessible because, you know, it's just a lighter. And they're like, yeah, well, it looks like a grenade, and we thought you were going to blow us up. I'm like,
A grenade is not that small.
that's what I said. And also, I don't have a foot. Like, dude, I have to get away. Come on. Use your smarts, man. Not that
People
fast.
are crazy.
Yeah. It's whatever.
I seriously cannot stop thinking about Din Tai Fung. Like, I'm thinking about, like, the soup dumplings right now, and I'm like, that sounds amazing.
Be lingering, yeah.
I could make it on my own, though.
Soup dumplings?
Uh-huh.
You should make soup dumplings, try them, see how good you could do, and then compare it to Dim Tai Fung.
More than likely, I can make it 10 times better. Because anything that I cook, that shit comes out bomb.
Your videos look really good. They look great. I want some. Can I have some? Can you make me food,
some.
please? Please? I'm just
Bruh.
a lowly beggar boy that needs sustenance and food. Please provide for me.
You should have, my mom went to Vegas this weekend, and I had the house to myself. You should have came over for
Shit.
dinner.
You should have told me.
And we could have made, like, some steaks or something.
That would have been good.
Or
Would've been dank.
salmon. I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know
I've
if you
never
like
made
salmon.
salmon. I fuck heavy with salmon. I've just never made it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Most of the time I've eaten salmon was for sushi, and then when I did have it, other than that, it was baked, and somebody else would always bake it. And I'm not a huge, like, fish isn't my go-to. Like, seafood isn't my go-to. I will
Really?
eat it, correct.
And you don't even really like mariscos and all that then?
It's, so, mariscos like ceviche or like fucking oysters and...
Yeah.
No, so I love all of it, but I never crave it often, and I'm never like, fucking, let's go get mariscos, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah, I know. You're like Jalisco Mexican. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Bruh, I fucking love oysters. Now that you mention it, I want oysters now.
I think you're just hungry.
I low-key kind of... I should have gotten a burrito.
I mean, I told you to get something. You got nothing. I literally asked her twice, bro. I asked for all of our food, and I was like, what you want? She was like, nothing. And I was like, for real? She was like, yeah. I was like, all right. Some time went by, and I was like, you for real? Like,
Just
I
like
think,
a woman.
Yeah.
Go to get food and say she wants nothing.
Dude, I'm literally
I even
that
gave her
meme.
one of my tacos.
I'm literally that meme.
Yes.
The weed is not helping.
No, not at all.
That's
but
why I keep eating these sour belts.
burn your tongue.
I might DoorDash something
Hey,
later.
I guess. I mean, we could pick something up on the way back. I gotta drop you off. But if you want to spend the extra money, that's fine. You could walk too while you at it. Fuck it.
I don't know what's
Just
around
kidding, I
here.
won't make you
No, I do know what's around here. What the fuck?
You're so far from home right now. It's crazy. Oh my god.
I'm trying to think what is open.
In-N-Out, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., Burger King, Popeyes.
It's almost midnight. I don't think
It
they're
is
going to be
almost
open.
midnight. No,
Yeah, it's
it's
like
not almost midnight. It's like almost 11:30.
I'm trying to think about what would be open at that time. I know a lot of stuff won't be open, so I might
Venus needs a...
be.
McDonald's for sure.
McDonald's fucking slaps. Right now is prime McDonald's time too. It is. It really is. Right now, fucking everything they make is gonna slap. Hundo P.
I think I've been having McDonald's a little too much.
I haven't.
And I'm like, that doesn't really
Sound appealing.
sound appealing.
That's fair.
I really want oysters.
Okay. You should eat sleep for dinner tonight and then get yourself some oysters tomorrow. You ain't gonna find no oysters right now. I know. Unless you go to the ocean and shuck them yourself.
As long as they're not boiled, don't forget.
True. Yeah, not seafood boil. Not seafood boiled oysters.
Smart. I was like, wait, what's wrong with boiling oysters?
That.
Yeah. Exactly that, huh?
I don't know. What's good munchy food right now? I mean, worst case scenario, I have to just get like a Shin ramen from 7-Eleven.
I mean, that works too. Yeah.
You know, I've low key been craving is mochi donuts.
What is that?
Mochi donuts.
They're donuts made of mochi. Mochi's like rice. It's made out of rice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're
What?
fucking
Oh,
bomb.
you want the rest of the carne asada quesadilla? No, you took too long. It's mine now. I was being nice, but you fucking thought about it. I was like, I'm gonna heat that shit
No.
up when I get home. Fuck
You're
you.
so funny. I know you are. I bet you are. Shit.
That's what I do.
Dead
Yes,
ass.
actually.
Straight up hit her with the
Yup.
The buzzer.
Yup. No, that is actually what I do. Yes, I
That's
will
so
be
funny.
going home and then I will
Getting super faded.
unwind. No, not super faded. Only
No?
just a little faded. Only just like a little super faded.
A little
yeah,
super
like a
faded.
little super faded. Yeah. Yeah, like one bowl less. Yeah.
I totally feel that.
Yeah. I like to get to the point where, like, when I wake up, I can't tell if I'm high or not. But, like, not so high that I don't wake up the next morning. Like, to my alarm. You know, that's the game I like to play.
That's like the one thing I have noticed is that, like, when I wake up the next day from smoking the night before, I'm, like, extremely groggy.
Yeah, it's because you're not actually sleeping.
Yeah.
But do you know how
REM
weed,
sleep,
yeah,
yeah.
fucks with your REM sleep? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, so you know. So I have. This is not scientific, and I know it's for my body alone. Okay, my body alone.
Forgive me. I'm gonna look at what's on DoorDash.
That's fine.
I'm listening.
But I found that like my best sleep schedule that works for me as far as productivity and getting my rest and doing my degeneracies like smoking the weed. Also, the weed smoking is medicinal as well. I have to just, throw that little disclaimer in there. I'm not a total fucking pothead degenerate.
You're stupid.
I don't even
I
take
am.
my pills anymore. Yeah, you are
I am.
fucking loser. No, you have pins in you. You have an excuse to. Hey, can you feel your metal still? Like, does it bother you? Like, ever? Do you ever feel pain from it or no? You haven't,
No.
like, caught fucking ligaments or anything?
No. I did fuck up my sciatica though pretty bad because I still have issues with that sometimes,
Ouch.
and
That's not
it's
cool.
only my left one. It's not even my right one.
And the right one's the one that fucking exploded, right?
No, it's the left one.
Oh. So it's on your left side.
Mhm.
The sciatica is on your left side.
Mhm.
Is it related to the accident? Yeah, right? Okay.
That shit has been bothering me lately. I don't know why.
Been sitting a lot?
I think that's what it is.
Probably. You
I
stretch
think
more.
I need to stretch more. I think I've been sitting down too much.
For sure, because it's same. Like 100% same.
But I mean, it's fucking
Life, unfortunately.
it's life, unfortunately.
Fucking
But also
if you
too,
behind
tax
the things.
season is coming up, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of sitting down.
at a desk. Try and see if you can elevate your desk space and do some work standing.
True.
I know a lot of people will mitigate back issues from sitting all day by doing that.
Yeah.
And then some people even go as far as like getting one of those fucking desk treadmills. That shit's wild. Like, if somebody calls you goofy for it, fucking laugh at them. I don't know. Do that shit. Like, props to you if you're working on a treadmill. Like, that's good.
Every morning
jealous.
I've noticed that I've been trying to put it into my routine where every morning I wake up and I do like stretches, but specifically for like my hip,
Yeah.
using, different stretches, get better hip mobility. And I've noticed that I've been getting like a lot of relief. And I don't know if you know this, but a lot of your stress and your trauma can be stored in your bones and all that. So I've noticed
This
that,
is the chakras.
yeah, the chakras.
Which
I've
is
noticed that
nuts.
I've been
Sorry.
getting like a lot. You're good. A lot of relief, like in my hips. Oh,
Yo, I didn't know if that was you or me real quick. I was like, I didn't feel that one, but it sounded like it was you.
whoa, my bad.
You
But
really do be hungry.
yeah,
Hell.
but I've noticed that I've been just feeling a lot better with my hips, and I think that also was triggering my sciatica because I'm moving my hips and
Yeah. Getting
certain
more blood flow through
more blood flow. And
Mhm.
when I tried getting back up, my sciatica would start hurting like really bad. And it's like a pulling like sensation. Like it feels like someone's pulling it. And recently, like it's been bugging me. Bugging. Oh my god, why can't I talk? I'm already faded.
it. Facts. Hella crossed.
Cross-faded.
Hella crossed.
But yeah, I've noticed that it's been bugging me and I need to stretch more. I need to do my exercises again.
Besides that, you don't have any lingering pains?
Lingering? No,
Or
thank
like chronics?
gosh.
Oh yeah, that's
No,
good.
thank gosh.
Fuck
One
yeah.
thing that does bother me though, I think about whether if I'm gonna have to get it redone.
You know what though? If you do have to get it redone, the technology now on the things that they can do is fucking astonishing.
For sure.
So there's a good chance you might even feel better
Hopefully.
and have a more motion or more mobility if you're lacking.
Hell yeah. I hope so. Because sometimes this shit is not it.
Bruh, tell me about it. Tell me fucking about it.
Wingstop.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna tell you about, or I'm gonna finish telling you about my favorite sleep regime, and then I'm gonna hit you with the question. We'll wrap this sucker up.
Okay.
And we'll get you. Oh no, you gonna have somebody deliver food. Then I'll get you home so you can have your food. But for me, what I found, I really like sleeping by 12, but that also means in bed by 11, so that I can fully like brain shut down, and then you drift off from like 11:30 and you're legit sleep by 12.
Right.
I will wake up at 7, and if I'm done, like if I don't smoke, or if my last smoke is at 11, I will find that when I wake up, I feel fresh. I can't confirm that I went through REM, but it feels like I've gotten my REM sleep. I'm not groggy. I wake up and it's just, let's fucking go. But I don't always stick to that because, like, right now
Things
it's 11:30
happen, yeah.
and fucking I'm not in bed. So
No, things happen.
yeah, but
I like to ruin people's sleep.
fucking me too. Those are my favorite types of people. Not the ones that ruin your sleep, but I guess kind of the people. My favorite types of people are the people that I am willing to trade sleep for.
I feel that. I feel
Yes.
that 100%.
Yes.
Ooh, maybe even Taco Bell.
Yeah, maybe even Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
All right.
I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time.
Me either. I was sober off of the weed last time I had Taco Bell, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was a while ago. It was closer to the beginning of the year.
You willingly had Taco Bell? You weren't like influenced by any type of substance?
Correct, because
That's crazy.
I was going home. It was late already. I didn't want to cook, and I had already had McDonald's the night before. I was also in like I was in a bad cycle of working late, eating late, and then waking up and just going straight back to work.
That's also how you gain weight.
Fuck yeah, I did gain weight. It sucked. Thankfully I didn't gain a lot though. But yeah, I went to Taco Bell and it fucking smacked.
I really like. What do they have? Or is Taco Bell even open?
Probably. Are you ready for this question?
Hit me.
All right. How many drugs you done in your life? I'm just kidding. Not that one. Not that one. During your period of time on this earth, what's something that you've learned that's helped you live a better life?
No, you're always gonna die.
Yeah.
There's this Christian Latin saying that's called memento mori, and it translates to like, it's kind of like a practice in a sense, and it's really like just encouraging you to live your life and live it up. And, you know, because you do that, you know, you always remember at the end of the day that you have to die.
Mm-hmm.
So live your life how you want to live your life. And I want that on the back of my arm. It's not for me. It's for everyone else around me. And it's going to face everyone so they can read it. And I'm also going to have a Grim Reaper right above it.
That's sick.
And it's the artist that I always post on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Grim Reaper that he drew from like a while back before he started drawing on like the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it a lot because it's very simple and it's very detailed enough to where, you know, you could tell it's a Grim Reaper. And what I like about it is that I'm not going to have the entire like coat of it. Like it's just going to kind of look like, I don't know how to explain it. Not like a shadow. I don't know how to explain it.
Silhouette?
Not like a silhouette, but kind of like a silhouette. But, you know, it's just going to be the Grim Reaper, the Psy, and then right below it, it's going to say Memento Mori. And that's for everyone else around me, you know.
That's cool.
That's what I meant about, you know, working to
Yeah.
live and all that. But instead of doing that, I want to live and work as I go. My body gives out, my body gives out. I'll take the high road. That's what my dad did.
I like it.
You know?
Yeah.
What-
Live each day like you're going to die tomorrow.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What is... Considering that you told me about how you would like to work to live a little later,
Mm-hmm.
what is your definition of living later?
The immediate line that came to mind was financial freedom. Mm-hmm. I know that I want to live life a certain way, but that way requires a fair amount of funds.
For sure.
So I'm investing my time and energy into something that I truly believe and have seen can generate the income that could provide that lifestyle, not only for myself, but for the community around me of people that I keep close. Because though, yes, what I'm doing can be seen as a very selfish thing, I'm investing all of myself into a business. My end goal is for my business to be able to be run by my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to have a place where my friends can come and work and put their best into a place that will actually give back to them as well.
Right.
But I first need to build to a point where not only do I need their service, but I can also afford to pay their bills.
Okay.
So that's my ultimate end goal is to build an empire that not only takes care of myself, my future family, and future kids, but builds an empire and community for the people that have been so close to me in my life and that I feel also deserve a good life.
Hell yeah. Amen to that.
Truth.
Truthin'.
Truthin'. Nothing but truths. Nothing but truths have been spoken tonight.
Hell
A lot
yeah.
of tomfooleries and good times have been had. We'll have more.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in and sharing your brain, man.
Thank you for letting me be Delulu in front of you.
Of course, anytime.
You know,
Thanks.
I've been like that for the last like 10 months.
Hey, 2 more and you get your year anniversary. Oh my god, yes.
I like low-key I'm cringing at the thought of that I really said that. I'm really cringing at the thought that I said
It's
that.
okay. You get to watch it back in sometime.
Yeah.
I think it's like this will go out in like 2 weeks. So
That sounds like
you get to
fun.
watch back. Yeah, you can judge yourself.
Oh god.
Alrighty. Good night, everybody.